Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers, employment's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. Hooked on the brothers. Yo, you're in for a treat, so hang on to your seat. Get ready for adventure and remarkable feats. You'll meet Koopas and Troopas, the princess and the others. Hanging with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers to the bridge. I say hooked on the brothers, the brothers.
Introducing Nintendo Score 64 and win at Taco Bell. Just peel the coin off the lid, score 64, and you could win an N64 system, cash, or millions of other great prizes. And who knows who'll win the Porsche Boxster. It's Score 64 and win, only at Taco Bell.
Tag Team, or else. Mario Kart Double Dash. Drive, throw stuff, switch. Only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
The world's a special place. Cherish life and never waste.
Everyone loves a sunshiny day. We're gonna keep it that way.
That's clean is better than dirty, and dirty's neater than clean.
It's all in the helping hand. Mario can't do it alone. He'll spray his water to fly around and clean the sludge that's on the ground.
That's clean is better than dirty, and dirty's neater than clean.
Super Mario Sunshine, only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
Here we go, off the rails. You know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. Going fast or a pass, say the word, I'll be
Oh my God! Hello, people.
Oh my
What is
God!
going
Hello,
on?
people.
Let me know
What
how
is
this
going
audio
on?
is.
Let me know how
We
this
got a
audio
weird setup
is.
today. I'm
We got a
trying out
weird
a
setup
new
today.
thing
I'm
here. So
trying
we've got
out
our
a new
secondary
thing here. So we've got our
setup
secondary
on screen.
setup on the screen.
Yeah, we have so much.
We have so much to fucking
now
talk
with
about.
the news. As you guys know, we do the
news. As you guys know, we do the meleegames podcast every 2 weeks on Thursday.
I have echo.
I have echo.
1 second.
Echo.
Let's see what the fuck the echo's about here.
Let's see what the fuck the echo's about.
That's not good.
That's not good.
What the hell? Why would I have echo?
Why would I have echo?
All right, guys, bear with me. Let's see.
All right, guys, bear with me. Let's see what's going on here.
Echo.
Echo.
I don't have my input twice on here,
Don't
so
have my
it
input
shouldn't be doing
twice on
that.
here, so it shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, is it picking up both microphones?
Is
Okay,
it
give me a
picking up
second.
both microphones. Okay, give me a second.
It shouldn't be. It's only got
It's
the Yeti
only
microphone.
got the
This is a
Yeti
great way to
microphone.
test a new setup.
This is a great way to test a
Give
new
me a
setup.
second.
Give me a second.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay. Jesus Christ. It's only picking up one microphone.
Yeah, we're doing this live. This is literally the test.
Yeah, we're doing this live. This is literally the test. That's all good.
Alright.
It's only one microphone.
It's only one microphone. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm. No, shouldn't be.
Where's your...
No, there shouldn't be anything there either.
Let's see.
I don't see why it would be.
Is this muted?
You wanna hear it?
How do you mute this thing? There you go.
You think that's gonna do it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's find out. It's still picking up, here.
Yeah, I'll have to listen and see if...
Alright,
Alright,
guys,
we tried tinkering with some stuff. Let me know if the echo is still there. That is ridiculous. OBS, what you doing, bros, to me? Alright, I'm gonna talk a little bit. You guys let me know if the echo is still there. James will listen on the other side. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why OBS is deciding to pick up more than one microphone because it is set by Yeti.
So
there's still echo.
Still echo. Okay. James says yeah, it is. JT says no.
JT says no.
No?
No?
Why?
I don't know. You're getting an echo for some reason. Something... Let's see.
There's nothing open. Multiplying K's. There's so many of me.
Okay, wait. Desktop audio. Maybe that. Try that.
Okay, let's try this.
James is running, doing some help here. Wait, this is just what we need. More Canadians, I know. We're ruining the world right now. That's kind of what we're up to. So, I apologize for 99% of the country being stupid. Let me know if that echo is still there. We're still playing with the settings, but I don't even know why so many of you are here for test. There's still an echo. How? What? How? There's no other reason for this echo. Let's see. I can't sing for shit, man. Come on. I wonder if I can do... Okay, guys, give me a minute. Sorry.
Sorry.
You know, it's weird.
I had
this
this
set up on Rumble
before
before,
and it wasn't doing this. What happens if I do this? Does this echo? I'm hearing myself now. Oh god, this is bothering me. I wonder if that would do it. Okay, well, good thing this is a test. Still?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I tried changing this.
This still was doing it.
Oh wait,
Wait.
I heard it perfect. No, okay.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What? It's fine now? What the fuck? Okay, guys, if you hear the echo again, let me know. What the fuck? OBS! Anyways, this is why I'm doing this, is to test the second fucking setup. Fucking computers, man. Anyways, hi everyone, how are y'all doing today? Chat is popping off. I didn't expect any of you to be here. What the fuck? Why are you all here today? What's going on? James says, what the fuck did you do? Is that a good what the fuck did you do? I don't know what that means. Okay, let's talk to chat. Wait's here saying, well, he's just dropping bombers. We all love the bomber here. JT Epsilon is here saying, now I want Taco Bell. Dude, I wish we had a Taco Bell near us. Shaka says, did you have playback on? No, I didn't. I started fucking around with the microphone even more, and now I can hear myself, but you guys can't hear me. So that's fine. I don't care. As long as you guys are fine, I don't fucking care what I hear. Taco Bell. Let me talk about Taco Bell a little bit while we're talking on this topic. I fucking love Taco Bell because I was like a big Phantom Menace person. I just, everything about fucking, like KFC, Pizza Hut. I love Taco Bell, but we have like no Taco Bells near us. So unfortunately, it do be what it do be. I'm gonna move chat over here so I'm not like looking off in a corner and you guys are like, what? James is like, you can hear yourself now? What? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't fucking care anymore. But yeah, I was a Phantom Menace person, so I love Taco Bell. If you guys also like Taco Bell, let me know what you like to eat there. Static says, huh? And JT says, there was a Taco Bell commercial that played. Yeah, I put in there's a Mario Kart Taco Bell commercial that always makes me laugh. And somebody memed that commercial. I didn't put the meme in there. But they're like, oh, fuck, a Taco Bell! And that always makes my life, so. Yeah, and then you guys were helping me do some tech support. Thank you. Like I said, we're testing a new setup. We have our usual streaming PC, but I'm trying to get this side set up too so we can do more... what? James is saying, do you want me to come by and mess with stuff more while I talk? That's fine. I don't care. As long as it sounds fine to you guys, I don't really fucking care. So, but yeah, we have the main setup that we do. This setup I want to have so that we can just hop on sometimes with you guys, do some watch parties, go through some, internet stuff because things are going fucking insane on the internet these days. So yeah, we're testing. We're testing today. We're testing. James says, I'm currently bullying journos in case you want more content. Yeah, man, I'll go through our main Twitter and I'll see what you're up to, but there's just a lot that's been fucking going on. So like I said earlier while you were hearing the echo, we have the Melee Madness podcast that we do every 2 weeks, and that was sufficient enough. James and I would hop on, we would talk about what we're playing in gaming, then we would talk about, random news articles in gaming. It used to be a lot of really positive news. There would be some other things we're pointing out, but mostly it was positive news. It's like, hey, yeah, like, this game is coming out, or they're patching this game, or like, look what these devs are doing, it's so cool. But obviously the landscape right now is a little more intense, as a lot of you know. James and I were there back in the old 2014 days, so... we know how insane it can get. We know that it can go by the hour, and yeah, like every day we wake up now, there's something new going on. So we're gonna be doing this day show. It's gonna be just me, and I'm gonna go through some of the stuff that we might not be able to cover in the podcast. This is just to also make it so that we're not just talking about one topic for 5 hours every single time we go on the podcast, and then we can still talk about some other gaming news. So we will still cover stuff like this on the podcast, but the idea is to cover maybe some of it that we wouldn't normally have time for because we're trying to cover all gaming news. Howdy, says goes nowhere, does nothing. Hello, Gono Dono. JT, is it JT Epsilon? That's what I'm going with. Journo bullying is the best. Absolutely. You have to bully them early and often, as James said. Gono Dono says, can't stay along, just popping in to see what it is. I'll catch the replay later. The name idea was actually James's idea. I was just like, I'll just go live and experiment and see what happens with our setup, which, as we've seen, it's a good thing I did because, again, all that echo shit. But, yeah, James was like, call it the Melee KO. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. It's a cool name. He's good at making names. Imp says, I'm out and about, can only stay for as long as we're sitting at the DMV. Good luck, man. I know you've been dealing with a lot out there, and yeah, you were there for like hours the other day. And I hope your hand's feeling better, by the way. You said that you hurt your hand. Alright, I'm going to scroll through all of the echo chat, because I think we fixed that. Extra said, multiplying Ks! And Shaka Zulu's here saying, hail chat. Imp says, K multiplying, James must be having a field day. He's having the best time. Exactly. Shaka Zulu says, DJ Axis should turn this into a song. Feel free. Feel free. And everyone's celebrating. We got rid of the echo. Yay! Shaka Zulu says, Taco Bell is shite. You know what? Okay. I think it's a nostalgia thing. It's like Mario 64. Mario 64 is not like the best game in the world, but we still love it. Taco Bell, we have fond memories, but yeah, I mean, most people usually are like, yeah, they're not Taco Bell enjoyers. If there's a place you like to eat tacos, let me know. I like Taco Time. I don't know if that's Canadian only, but I fucking love Taco Time. And yeah, JT says, hey, I'm just hungry and want food. Hell yeah. Wait says it's midday. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Work? What? Working? What? Okay, we're caught up here. Static says, is the internet ever not insane? No, that's the problem. The internet is always insane. We're gonna go into some of this today because it's just fucking crazy. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen that article that dropped, and I haven't read through it yet. I figured I would read it with you guys today. But there's a fucking article, and let's see if I can find it. There's actually a really great thread that I've been following on Twitter, so we're going to go through that. But in that, there's the Department of Homeland Security has decided, hey, why not? Let's deal with what we do in a Gamergate 2 situation. So, awesome thread that we have from the Hat to him. Really cool account. And yeah, he's been like pretty much everything that's kind of going on, just with all of this shit. It started on March 5th, his thread, and so you already are caught up on like the earlier stuff here, but I'll just quickly breeze through. And if there's an article that you guys want me to read through as well, I totally can. Oh my god, my chat keeps disappearing. OBS, what are you doing? What are you doing, OBS? Okay. Rumber situation now? What is the Rumber situation? Is it me? Is the stream having problems now? I swear I will fight someone if you're talking about the stream breaking. What is happening? Okay. James, is Rumber... Okay, y'all just keep me in the loop. I don't know. It's a test. It's a test. Okay? This is not going to be a smooth stream. It's a test. Trish says it's charisma. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, so we have Alex the Hatman Baldwin and says, so is Sweet Baby Inc. thing gonna start Gamergate 2 Electric Boogaloo? Cause I got a feeling that this will be framed as a harassment campaign pretty soon. Yes, so first of all, I think the name Gamergate 2 is funny. Like, if people want to... Now it is back, now it is gone. What is back? What is gone? What is going on? Also, hi, Kenneth. Hope you're doing well. Gamergate 2 is a really, really silly name to me, and I will be fully transparent in that. I think it's just like the it's a dumb name. It's a dumb name. But I get why people are calling it that. It's just, it always was a meme to call it Gamergate 2. And the amount of times people have tried to revive Gamergate 2 that I've witnessed is just funny. So feel free to call it that, but I find it funny. So yeah, we had the initial article from Kotaku, which, I mean, everybody at this moment has seen. Like, it's pretty much just a hit piece. Getting mad that Cabrutus, shout out to him, cool dude, made the curator page and was pointing out what Sweet Baby works on. Which, by the way, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is the credits to the people working on the game. Actually, normally people want credit for the games that they work on, right? Don't you want credit for that? Why are you afraid of somebody saying, hey, you work on that game? And they're not required to recommend you. Like, I've been making the point of, like, okay, IMDb has credits. Does that mean IMDb is harassing people? No. Like, you're just mad that this person doesn't want to play your games because you worked on it. It's not harassment, I'm just saying. The Gamer also did an article, which I think a lot of people have seen by now. PC Gamer also did one. A company called Sweet Baby Inc. has become the target of anti-woke gamers because it offers consultancy work, an industry standard service that's been normal for years. Okay, well, we know that Sweet Baby's been around since what, like 2018 now, so maybe that's what they're trying to say with softening it. The thing is, you look at the games in the 90s and the early 2000s, you didn't need these consultants coming in, threatening the marketing team. We all know that clip. I don't need to play that a million times, but we all know that fucking clip. Oh, yeah, just go get a coffee with your marketing team. And her mannerisms, okay? Literally going like this. This is like the most threatening thing you can fucking do. Like, it's baffling to me that anyone can watch that clip and not feel like she's threatening people or encouraging people to threaten people. So anyways, you didn't need these companies before, and even if you do, look, I'm not necessarily against consulting companies if they're companies that are respecting lore, if they're things that are adding quality to the product. It makes sense in the gaming industry to outsource things, right? Like, there's so many moving parts. Hello, Insidious Bliss, how you doing? This is a test. I'm just running through some extra articles and that we're going to be on our podcast on Thursday, and we're just testing the secondary setup and seeing what we can do with it. So anyways, yeah, I mean, like, it's just unreal. It's unreal because I'm not against consultancies, whatever the word, you get the word, consultancy? It's a weird word. I'm not against this shit. What I'm against is what these consultants are doing. I think it's okay to outsource work. I think it's okay. My mouth is not synced with my voice? What the fuck? What is going on with this setup? What the hell? I wonder... Okay, there's no echo though. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try to fix this next time we go live because I don't want to sit here and do tech support the entire time. But if I can figure out a solution to that while we're live, I will fix that. I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on with the setup. Eurogamer also is running defense. I haven't looked at this Eurogamer article yet. I got to a point where I'm like, oh, they're just doing the same shit as usual. Okay, whatever. I don't need to fucking read every single thing that's happening. Let's see. Spider-Man, Alan Wake, ridiculous fishing devs speak up in support of consultancy studio Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, after online groups. Firm pushing agenda into games it worked on. And who is this? Liv Nyan. Okay, well, let's see. Mary Kenny, Associate Narrative Director at Insomniac Games, has discussed the current online discussion surrounding narrative development consultancy firm Sweet Baby Inc. Yes, we know the recap. We get it. Okay, but let's see how they say it. Let's see how they say it. To recap, Sweet Baby Inc. recently became the target of a group which claimed the company was forcing studios it worked with to increase diversity within its games, and accused it of pushing a woke agenda into the industry. Well, it is pushing a woke agenda. Like, I mean, the audio and video are in sync now. This absolute state of the setup. Okay. I don't know. Following a report into the claims by Kotaku, see, and this is the thing that they do. Okay, so let me talk a little 2014 here. This is what they used to fucking do. So they were a little more bold, I would say, but we had what we called the weekend of Gamers Are Dead. I don't know if people called it specifically that, but that's always what I've referred it to, which is pretty much we had like 20 plus articles drop within a few days. And it was all gamers are dead, gamers are entitled, gamers are this, gamers are that. We don't need to worry about gamers anymore. I mean, keeping in mind these are all game journalists. Literally your career is based off of gaming. That's literally what you're here for, gaming. You made your money because of gaming, and then you're sitting there and calling us dead? But what they would do is they would always source from each other. So you would have one article that came out, that would be like, what would be quote-unquote the bold platform, right? And they would come out, I don't even remember what platform it was back then. Maybe somebody remembers, but they would come out, and then they would just, from there, start citing each other. And we see this in all types of media, but of course, for the sake of our channel, I'm focusing on gaming specifically. But it would always be, okay, one person says this, and then the next article will come out, and this person says this, and another one comes out, this person would say this, and then another one, and it was just non-stop. Extra, if you DM me, make sure it's on Discord, because I don't want to accidentally open your DMs here. Okay. But, yeah, so it was just like a spiral, and so what they're doing with this time, because last time it felt like there was, like, DM groups, and I think there's even proof of that, like, guys, listen, not only was this 10 years ago, but things were happening every fucking 5 minutes with the original Gamergate. Every 5 fucking minutes. Like, it was just constant, like, oh, look, this person's being stupid. Oh, look, this person hates gamers. Oh, look, this person is accusing us of harassment. Oh, look, this is happening. So, I have a brief remembering of it, but there's things that have happened that even I'm like, oh, yeah, fuck, that happened? I forgot. So, anyways, I think there was DM groups and stuff at that point, too, and it was just, it's just insane. It's just insane. It's insane how they all collude together, and we're seeing this again this time. So they're doing the whole report by Kotaku, and a number of game developers have spoken up to clear misconceptions. Well, these are all the game developers that, have you noticed, they have the all, like, pointing arrow, going to GDC, and what's happening at GDC? They're going to be talking about all this, so I'm not saying it's exclusively people going to GDC, I'm not saying everyone going to GDC is the ones doing all this shit, but it has been funny to see that going to GDC, and it's all these fucking same people, and they're all pushing the same fucking politics in their own games too. Of course you're all rallying together. We know. Whoa! Mark Jackson! Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me know if that notification echoed, because there might be a bigger issue. Okay, anyways, yeah, this is all bullshit. Who fucking cares? Okay, what is Kenny saying? This person worked on, written for games including Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay, well, did anyone like Miles Morales? No. Walking Dead, I think a lot of people did like. Marvel's Wolverine. Well, guys, watch out for Marvel's Wolverine. We know that that's going. Some of you don't seem to understand how narrative consulting on games works. But don't worry, I do. Okay, that's nice. Narrative consultants do not get final say. Okay, they might not get final say, but if they're threatening you and they're saying you should do this, do they not technically get the final say? It's like if I show up to your house and I'm like, you better do this or else. Like, I'm threatening you at that point. That absolutely would influence your decision. So they might not get the final say, but they're getting the final say. It's all bullshit, these people, man. It doesn't get into game. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen this quote floating around a few times. Doesn't get into the game if we, as a developer, don't approve it. But again, if you're being threatened, what are you gonna do? We've seen this, like, Anita used to fucking do this, and I've seen memes of this floating around now where she would be like, I don't mind if I do, walk in and start consulting people, and then be like, oh, well, if you don't do it, let's see what happens. Kenneth says, anyways, gotta go stream. See you later, Charisma. See you later, man. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you for pulling a bit of tech support and dealing with my echo there. I'm so sorry, guys. They consult, they do research, pitch ideas, give feedback. Like, this is all cope. Maybe even write scripts, but none of that gets into the game unless the core dev team agrees with it. Now, I'm not saying that Sweet Baby is solely at blame here. I think obviously there's a lot of other consulting companies that have flown under the radar. Sweet Baby happened to be one that was very blatant and easy to find. Again, shout out to that guy in 4chan who was just casually looking at the credits of a game and was like, what is that? That's weird. And then proceeded to dig. And that's where James and I found our information when we first wrote the story to this channel as well. So there's probably so many of these companies that just hide and we don't even realize. But the point is when we all saw that, we went, this makes sense now. There's so much storytelling that feels bland and the same, and it's always political. Why? Well, this is why. This is why. So, and I also think devs to some degree are at fault. Like, if you're a gaming company and you decide to bring these people on, that's on you. That's on you. You've decided to bring them on. Like, you shouldn't. You shouldn't bring them on. Maybe you brought them in because you didn't realize at the time what the implication was. Maybe you've got a bird's eye view, so on your end, you're like, okay, well, sure, yeah, I need the consulting. Yeah, sure, help me spruce this up a bit. Whatever, maybe that's how you feel. But now, especially if you're still hiring these guys, it's very clear what you're doing, because gamers have been very, very vocal that they don't like you. So anyways, I'm going to skim through this article because this is annoying. Hey, it's Rami Ismail. This guy was back around in 2014, and he was fucking obnoxious back then, too. As a games industry consultant, let me tell you, consulting requires 3 things from you. To understand your work is advisory, to understand your position is easily eliminated, to be so damn good at your work, the others will continue to pay you to listen. To 1 and not do 2. Okay. Whatever, I hate this guy. Anyways. Okay, yeah. So this is just dumb, this guy's thread. By the way, again, give this guy a follow, the hat too. He does awesome stuff. And yeah, this is just like the perfect thread to follow along. It's been really, really useful. What are you up to, chat? Sorry, I've been ignoring you reading through all this. Oh, let's go back to the Taco Bell talk. Imp says, there are a ton of good small Mexican restaurants out here. Fantastic. Extra says, that said, I like an authentic street taco, but T-Bell, I like that name, is just good comfort for me. And Imp says, never go to Taco Bell again. Wait likes Taco Bell breakfast. Yeah, dude. And Nerdy Neo says, I used to love Taco Bell before they got rid of half their menu where all the good stuff was. And then the Echo came back. I'm gonna... Fuck you, Echo. Extra says, Kiwi Farm seems to agree with me on the end game with this DEI ESG push. Calling it GG2 downplays the situation and significance of what's going on and tries to make what's happening here look like it's not connected to everything else with ESG/DEI. Well, I'm going to get to it eventually, but we're going to talk about that article where the Department of Homeland Security is now involved in all of this. And I'm going to give you guys a flash of the past as well, where we saw similar articles come up back in the day. Because I'm not seeing that being talked about too much, but there's some stuff that came up back in the day that sounds very, very identical to what we're seeing now. I don't know if it downplays the situation. I don't know if I 100% agree on that part. I do think it makes it sound a little bit goofy from the people who were involved in Gamergate, because we're just like, okay, whatever. It's cringe. I guess, like, what would you call it that would give it more legitimacy? Like, do you think that they should be specifically stating this is ESG, DEI issues that are coming up? Do you think that it would make it so that more people are on board with discussing it? Like, is the concern that the market is only towards gamers right now and not necessarily to the greater political climate? That's what I'm curious to hear from you, because I personally, for me, I'm like, regardless of what you call it, it's happening. And for a while, Gamergate didn't have a name either, and we were running with stuff and we were talking about it, and to me it didn't delegitimize it at all. Nerdy Neo says, only people who thrive in the dark are afraid of having light shone on them. Exactly. So with Sweet Baby, it was like, okay, your games are in the Game Awards, which I've said this a few times, but I hate Jeff Keighley's Game Awards so much. He took an opportunity, Spike TV closing down. He was able to take the mantle, and he's made it awful. I fucking hate the Game Awards. I hate it with a passion. But that is technically the most legitimate stage for gaming if you're talking on an awards perspective. ignoring, of course, our own awards show. That is okay too. Why is it that during the Game Awards, Sweet Baby locked their Twitter? So you have Alan Wake, you have Spider-Man, and you have a game that you were like a original creator behind, all in the Game Awards, and these are all being mentioned. And instead of tweeting it out constantly, being like, hey, look, we're on the Game Awards. Hey, look, we're on the Game Awards. Hey, look, our new game is coming out. Guys, play this game. We're so grateful that we're on this game, whatever. You're hiding behind a lock. That doesn't make sense to me. You're clearly afraid of something. Wait says, downplaying significance seems on brand, 100%. And Extra says, Alex Battaglia from Digital Foundry is into some weird shit, Kay. What the fuck? Okay, we'll look into that in a little bit. Extra says, gonna shock you a little bit. I actually didn't mind the Miles Morales game since most of the game you spent playing. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it. I just don't care about Miles Morales as a character. So I'll take your word for it. But for me, there was nothing appealing about that game. Static says, woke broke into tech a long time ago, 100%. They sent the creator of Linux to a month-long struggle session 10 plus years ago. I want to hear more about that. What the fuck? And Wait says, well, I just do marketing consulting when I come in. I often do have complete control over the team. Oh my God, the heart. Just get something done. I'm going to say that, yeah, just get something done. I'll see the rest of the message when anyways. What other articles do we have here? Diversity is not your enemy in a live service world. What a great headline. The Mary Sue. Oh, the Mary Sue. We all know the Mary Sue, don't we? And all their bullshit every fucking day, too. The Mary Sue is one of those platforms that needs to die out. I'm sorry. It's the most clickbaitiest of clickbait. Game Reactor came out in defense of SBI. They gave some consideration to the criticisms people have, but still mischaracterized them, and they claim SBI employees are being harassed with no consideration to the harassment they engaged in. Okay. The Guardian, yeah, we've seen The Guardian talking about this too. So they're not doing it in the same way they did 10 years ago, where they're all dropping it at once, although I would say this is still within a pretty close window. They're doing it very, very, very slowly. They've definitely learned. And if you've seen a lot of people dropping the articles the second that the article is dropped, or maybe, a little bit after that, a lot of these people are locking their Twitter accounts because they're afraid of the criticism. And if they're not locking their Twitter accounts, then they start locking the thread, so you can't comment on that. And you can't show the sheer dislike you have for what they're saying. So they've definitely gotten smarter. Maybe that's because Twitter also enables more tools now for that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's something. Media Matters. Okay, I have not seen the Media Matters article. And shout out to the Hat too for also archiving links. This is how it should be. These people thrive on clicks, okay? They want you to click on these articles. So by archiving it, just saying, it's the better way to go. And, these articles are going to change. The best thing you can do, screenshots are great. Don't get me wrong. Sharing the articles is great. The best thing you can do is archive links, because all sorts of shit can happen. There's a lot of gay ops that happen. Janice is here saying hello, just stopping in while I'm at work. Well, thank you for hanging out. I hope you're doing well. All right. This one seems like a hoot. Online trolls are targeting a company involved in video game development, calling their efforts Gamergate 2.0. And of course, right away, right wing, right? It has to be right wing. It can't be just people that want good games. It has to become a right-wing issue, even though this is not a right-wing issue. This is, universally, people want good video games. I don't see why asking for a good video game is a problem. I don't see why pointing out who is making the games not as good, how is that a problem? That's not a problem. It shouldn't be. It should be an opportunity to make things better. That's the main issue I have, is that, most companies would go, okay, maybe reflect a bit. Maybe we should improve the way that we're approaching things. But no, if your intentions are poor, which is what's happening here, instead you're pushing an agenda, well, of course you're going to be recoiling the way you are. So anyways, it's a right-wing issue now, of course. Is anyone surprised? No, not me. Right-wing social media users have been targeting a consulting company called Sweet Baby that helps with plot development in video games, pushing misleading claims that the company is seeing principles of diversity and inclusion into the plots. Now, I have said it a million times. This is not about inclusion at all. And how can I tell you it's not about inclusion? Because anyone that's speaking up that does not fit the narrative of what they're trying to paint, which is, again, I'm going to say it very plain and clear to all of you. The narrative that they want to create right now, and the narrative they created 10 years ago, is that you are a right-wing, straight white male, and that you have a problem with them and that you're harassing them. That is exactly what they're trying to paint, and that's not what's happening at all. They're going to discredit the fact that there are people that aren't white or male that aren't okay with this, and they're going to start calling them sock puppets. I'm sure that term has come up by now. I remember being called one constantly. I thought it was hilarious. They're going to say that they're making fake accounts. They're going to throw all sorts of things at you because they don't want anyone that doesn't fit within this narrative of the right-wing, white male, whatever shit. They don't want people to realize that there's people that disagree, that also are maybe brown or black or Asian or whatever, or female. They don't want that, because then it starts to delegitimize the fact that they're pushing diversity and inclusion. If you're pushing diversity and inclusion, then your idea is, well, we got to represent, the people that are they're struggling, that are not being pushed. And it's like, okay, well, for me, I can speak for myself. I'm totally fine, okay? And this rant has been said a million times. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the pioneer of this rant or that it's important. I'm sure it's tired, but I'm just going to say it. Like, I don't care if I play a white male in a game. It doesn't impact me at all. I don't fucking care. I want good storytelling. I want accurate storytelling. In the same vein, I don't care if there's a trans character. I don't care if there's a brown character. I don't care if there's a black character. If it makes sense to your game. If you're just injecting things for the sake of being like, look, check mark, we represented something, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. And it's lazy. It's lazy. It's boring. No one cares. There are plenty of characters of color that people enjoy. I love the example that James comes with, which is Spawn. Everyone loves Spawn. And he's brought up the Darth Vader example as well. Both great examples. It doesn't impact my ability to play a game if I'm playing as a white male. It really doesn't. I don't fucking care. So they're going to make this argument forever, but what people relate to and what transcends time, what transcends everything really, is storytelling. And we see that with like some of the stories that have been told like the earliest point of time. I don't remember the fucking stories, like Gilgamesh or some shit. But there's storytelling that happens that just continues to be passed on through generations that people resonate with. They don't care what the color of that person is. They don't care what nation they belong to. Nothing. They just care about the experience of that human. That's it. So, again, this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. This is not a right-wing issue. This is a humanity issue. It's all just fucking stupid. JT says these people live in echo chambers and can't handle opposite opinions. Locked Twitter account because people disagree with them. I'm being harassed. Exactly. I will say it. Bring me the proof that you're being harassed. Bring me the proof. And what is harassment? I will always push back on this definition because being told, hey, your game sucks, that's not harassment. Being told, hey, you're being racist for saying you can't be racist towards white people, that's not harassment. That's pointing out you're wrong, okay? That's not harassment. So these people will say, oh, well, I got like 10 tweets towards me and they all disagreed with me. It's harassment. That's not harassment, okay? Harassment's very, very specific, and that is not harassment. So force them to define it, and usually you'll find out, oh, that's not actually harassment. Not saying harassment never exists in the world, but again, it's this very easy cope. It's very easy to just be like, okay, I'm wrong, perfect. All right, I'm being harassed. Now please leave me alone. And everyone will rally behind you because you see somebody who's victimized and people feel a need to rally around that person. Nerdy Neo says misleading. It's blatantly obvious it's not misleading. Exactly. And Static says video games were only for white people until we came along. Yeah. I don't know if that's a quote directly from someone, but yeah, regardless, it's fucking retarded, okay? They might try to say that to you. I'm sure I've heard that before in the last 10 years, and it's not true. I've been gaming for, like, before I can even remember. Like, I've never once felt, oh, these games are made for white people, but I'm gonna try to play it, and hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. I've never fucking felt that way. In fact, all of these problems have not existed for me until like the last 10 years, where I've been like just annoyed at the discourse in the industry. Before that, I would be in a conversation and people would be like, oh, you don't game, you're a gamer girl, which I don't care if people do it as a joke. I think it's fucking funny. But that didn't happen. It would be like, holy shit, you game? What do you play? And then I'd be like, oh yeah, I started with Sonic 2, and then I got into the N64, I like Donkey Kong 64, then I would go into like, yeah, but I really like, tactics games, I'm a really big Tales fan, I love Tales of Symphonia, this, that, whatever. I would go into that kind of thing, and people are like, oh, it's fucking awesome, have you played this game? No, I haven't played this game. Let me show you this game. And that was all the experience was. It wasn't, I don't believe you, you're a gamer girl, fuck you, nothing like that. Oh, you're brown? Oh, you don't play games. These games are made for white people. Like, who the fuck talks like that? It doesn't fucking happen. It's just, it's truly baffling. It's truly baffling, and it's arguably, like, it annoys me that I even need to say these things. And I will say it, because they're going to keep saying that these are fake accounts, and what they don't like, and what I used to do a lot, is I would be like, I'm not a fake account, I'd film a video, and I'd point, and I'd laugh at them, and be like, no, actually, I'm here. Guess what? Not everyone that's fucking brown agrees with you. Some of us think you're fucking retarded. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're going to keep doing that shit, so I'm going to keep showing my face. I'm not going to be afraid to voice my opinion, and if I have to be one little person in all of this to help represent the fact that it's not all white male gamers, I'll do it, but I fucking hate it. It feels tokenized, it feels stupid, and it doesn't feel like it should be a thing that we need to do. They're creating this problem. A lot of us didn't feel like we needed to be in this position where there's a spotlight on us because of this. And they've literally created that when they're saying that they want to create this diversity and inclusion. They've actually made it more difficult because of their bullshit. Let's see what else is on this page. I'm sure you guys have been reading this article while I've been talking. But you know what? I'm just going to read some of the fucking hilarious shit that they said about Gamergate. Because again, guess what? I was there, Gandalf. I was fucking there. And you're going to make all of these claims? And you're going to fucking edit the Wikipedia page to say harassment campaign? Go fuck yourself, bro. But let's hear what their perspective is on Gamergate, because this just always makes me laugh. Gamergate began in 2014 when a horde of internet trolls... Oh, my internet troll? You know what? Actually, I'll take internet troll. I like to troll, guys. I am somebody who loves trolling online. I'll take that one. Okay. But we didn't launch a harassment campaign, okay? We didn't harass people. And to this day, I have not seen proper proven harassment. I've seen people say, I'm going to go file a police report. And then all of us go, okay, please show us the police report. If something is happening, we want to know. We're going to denounce those people. And then just silence, not showing those police reports, nothing. We've seen people log into their own accounts and harass themselves. We've seen 8chan posts where an account called The Leader of Gamergate, The Leader of Gamergate, doxing people. Okay, look, doxing is awful. It shouldn't happen, and I hope that it wasn't real, because I don't want people to get doxed. Are you really telling me that somebody in Gamergate would be retarded enough to go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to name my account The Leader of Gamergate and then go dox people? Like, are you fucking retarded? Why would anyone do that? So I'm just saying, they're going to claim all sorts of stuff. Oh, people said mean words to me. Guess what? It's the fucking internet. People say mean things to each other all the fucking time. Get over it. We're all behind a keyboard. We can say whatever the fuck we want. Like, it's baffling. But anyways. So it was a harassment campaign, apparently, against a female game developer. Oh, you mean the one that was, like, sleeping with everyone to get reviews? And then when we pointed out the ethics of that and saying, hey, that's weird. This girl is, like, sleeping with all these people that are boosting her. That's not right. Oh, we're harassing her for pointing out that shouldn't be a thing, right? Also, again, the person who pushed Alec Holowaka off the edge, rest in peace to him. Poor soul had to deal with this. And yeah, you know what? She might not be directly credited to it happening, but she was definitely a huge contributor, and we all know that. We all know that. It's a well-known fact. It blossomed into a broader movement that targeted women and diversity in video game industry. Again, woman in the gaming industry. I never felt targeted. I felt targeted by the fucking people pushing this narrative. I never felt targeted by anybody on the Gamergate side. They were happy to have me. Several women received death and grape threats for years. Show me proof. And Gamergate continues to influence far-right internet culture and online extremists. Great, now we're extremists too. Okay, give me another name for the belt. I'll take it. Okay, yeah, this is all, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're a Hollywood script doctor. Okay, whatever. Yeah, no one cares. And see, again, citing each other. So Media Matters is taking Kotaku and is taking PC Gamer's article. PC Gamer article, if you go to PC Gamer's article, what is that citing? Kotaku. They all just cite each other. They take one article and that's the fact, and then they just all piggyback from there, man. I don't know, my brain today. And let's see if they talk about Kabrutus, because if anyone is being pestered by these people, it's Kabrutus, wrongfully. He shouldn't be dealing with any of this shit. Sweet Baby has no actual say on what makes it into the final game. They absolutely do when they threaten you. When they fucking threaten you, they actually do. Okay, yep. The Steam group's popularity has grown to over 200,000 followers. Shout out to Kabrutus, has 250,000 people following his page. Man, that guy's doing awesome stuff. Yeah, okay. This is all the same shit, right? Like, we can all agree. This is all the same shit. Oh, look, they're throwing some thumbnails down here. I wonder if anybody we know is in here. I know Fractured's done some really excellent coverage on this, so it would be nice to see, someone like Fractured up here. But anyways, it's a hit piece, so maybe I don't want him in there. All right, yeah, we get it. Okay, everything's lame. Let's go through this some more. Game developer. Okay, yeah, so this was another thing that came out. I heard a lot of this, might be boring to you. I'm trying to, okay, just let me read. I don't care. I don't want to, yeah. But I'm also trying to, we've got the podcast on Thursday, and there's a lot we want to talk about, and I don't want this to absorb the entire conversation. I like that James and I bring up multiple things in the industry and not just this. So this is my attempt to at least make it so that we can talk about more than just this on Thursday. Okay. Narrative consulting group Sweet Baby Inc. has become the target of an online harassment campaign. Why? The answer is frustratingly hard to put into words. Users on websites like Twitter and Kiwi Farms, a site known for organizing sometimes violent harassment campaigns. I'll just say this. Kiwi Farms also denounces when people go crazy after people. Like, I'm not as experienced with Kiwi Farms, but to my knowledge, they also are very much against, like, certain tactics being used. So, but I know that the media is not going to understand that. Yeah, see, they're blaming Kabrutus now for oh my god, they're blaming Kabrutus here too. The answer is frustratingly hard to put down into words. Users on websites like Twitter and Kiwi Farms, operating under the name Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, have singled out the agency for allegedly having overarching influence on these games and accused it of forcibly injecting a political agenda into them by advocating for diversity. There you go. They're going to keep blaming Kabrutus. And again, reminder, this guy is literally just going, oh, this game is on Steam? Sweet Baby worked on it. I'm not a fan of Sweet Baby's work. I don't recommend this. That is literally it. Elvis saying hello. Hello, Elvis. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, Static's comment was hidden on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I think sometimes Top Chat hides some stuff, and it's because he mentioned white people? Fucking can't deal with the world. Drew's here. Hey, Drew, saying Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's right. It's a fucking great game. JT Epsilon says, I recently learned about the Law and Order episode that painted gamers as sexist, and I almost died from the cringe. The Level Up episode. I think that was like one of the most hilarious days of my life, was seeing that. I didn't believe it was real, that it was on TV. It was one of those moments where you almost had to be there and you're like, is this actually fucking happening right now? Is this for real? If you haven't seen the Law & Order SVU episode on Gamergate, it is fucking hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. Imp Black Belt says, I wish I had died of cringe from that Law & Order episode. Nerdy Neo says, Kay's a fake gamer girl because all she plays is Portal. I have my trifecta that I can't, there's one in that section that I can't love. All of the gamer girls love Disney, they love Portal, and they love Legend of Zelda. I love Legend of Zelda. I don't mind Disney, and so I have avoided Portal because I don't want to be a basic bitch. But I might have to play Portal, so that means I'm just dropping Disney. And you know what? That's fine. I'll drop Disney because Disney fucking sucks anyways now. So yeah, I won't be I don't want to be a Disney adult anyways. So fuck you, Disney. I'll replace you with Portal. Nerdy Neo says that Law & Order episode is peak cringe, 100%. Like I said, if you haven't seen it already, you need to watch it. It's fucking hilarious. And Imp says, Kay's a fake gamer girl confirmed. Damn it! You guys are on to me. Damn it. Damn it all. Damn it all. Okay, yeah. Anyways, again, this is all the same shit. They're all just writing the same fucking article, as we can see. Okay, but this is where this article differs. And I believe... what's the guy's name? It's like Bryant or something? This guy's been tweeting about it, but this is where he's been going the little extra mile. Where I lost it. Oh my god, here we go. Despite the increased spike, Valve and Discord have allowed the curation page and server to remain online. Posts from the group's moderators indicate the companies have warned them that content on their platforms may result in their being removed, forcing them to take some additional moderation steps, but still leaving them online. Why? Both platforms have made it clear they don't want to be used as vectors for harassment, but slippery language in their terms of service have enabled bad actors to turn their platforms from ones where developers do business to ones where developers can be targeted for abuse. That hole needs to be closed fast. So not only are they going to claim that it's harassment, and they're going to call you all these fucking names, and they're going to write all these fucking articles, and they're going to cry online every 5 fucking minutes, all of this. Not only is that all going to happen, they're also going to try to get you removed. They're going to try to get you removed from Valve, Steam. They're going to try to get you removed from Discord. This is how these people operate. And I've always said, in the terms of free speech, it's better to listen to your enemies and let them speak and see the worst of what they're going to say than to fucking derail them, to push them off a platform, to make it so they have to congregate in smaller platforms where you don't know where they're up to. And so by that, you should be encouraging these to stay up. I mean, just on the aspect of free speech alone, you should be keeping it. There's nothing wrong with saying you don't want to play a game by a company. But these people are so insecure, and they want the validation so bad that they're doing the right thing. They have to start calling you right-wing, they have to start insulting you, saying you're harassing, saying all sorts of things, and they have to get you removed. And this is the part that really it angers me. There is no reason to remove anything that these guys are doing, and any people that resort to, you need to be deplatformed, don't deserve any respect whatsoever. We can survive on the internet with differing opinions. We don't all need to be homogenized into one, agreed groupthink opinion, okay? That's a cult. It's a cult, and it's not okay. So, it's insane. It's fucking insane. And they're even, again, the slippery language in their terms of service. So it's like, oh, well, maybe if their terms of service was better, what do you want them to say? No, fucking discourse allowed? You're not allowed to criticize anything? Okay. Community and discovery tools gone awry. When word of the curation group Sweet Baby Inc. detected first surfaced on social media, it seemed like a joke. A joke. Really? Okay. What was the point of making a curation page detecting games that a consulting company worked on? Well, maybe the purpose of that is to point out that you're ruining video games. How about that? Why is it that all of the storytelling fell off for so many years? Oh, There's a company that's doing all of this. That is just, it's logical to point that out. What Cabrutus is doing is not wrong. So, and it's not just, and Cabrutus is obviously leading the charge in this, but there's a lot of people that have been pointing this out. And there's nothing wrong with any of you pointing out, hey, this company worked on this game. I don't like the way that they write the games. And you can even go into things like, I don't like the way that Ubisoft designs their games. Is that harassment? I don't like the way that, this certain, maybe like, I don't like loot boxes in Overwatch. I don't like Blizzard's practices. There's nothing wrong with saying any of this. It's not harassment. It's not fucking harassment. And there's absolutely a point to it. There's absolutely a point to the conversation. No point to censoring the conversation. The answer, unfortunately, goes back to how conspiracy theories spread rapidly in the age of the internet. Okay, yeah, of course, it's conspiracy theory now. In order to act like Sweet Baby is the center of some conspiracy theory, there has to be evidence that can be dug up. Well, we didn't really have to dig. To be honest, we didn't really have to dig. Like, you guys are saying the dumbest shit online. All we have to do is look on your official Twitters, look at you going to GDC, look at you doing all these little tours, looking YouTube videos. It's not hard. It's not fucking hard. It's not a conspiracy. This is all out in the open. The bulk of that evidence has been in taking clips from GDC talks and interviews out of context to highlight only comments that support their narrative. To get what you want, you need to go to your marketing team and you need to let them know what will happen if they don't do what you say. What am I taking out of context there? What am I taking out of context? You're doing this. This is like literally threatening 101 to go like this. And you're saying you need to make sure your marketing team knows. You need to make sure they know what will happen if you don't get your way. That's... No, we're not taking you out of context. You got caught, mask off. Good job. Good job. Just absolute state of these people. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Curating games in this fashion on Steam also allows a moderation group to use Steam's curation tools to claim they've revealed what games the agency has been working on. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with revealing it. BD Jake's in the chat saying, afternoon, Melee Games. Congrats on the 700 subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm still in shock. I don't know why we have that many subs, but thank you, all of you, for being here. It's been fun. It's been fun. There's a bit of irony for Belair and her colleagues who structured their website and social media feeds to try and make their work as transparent as possible. We care very deeply about getting more people into this industry and increasing transparency in the ways that we work. She noted the reason that we had public spaces at all was to talk more about it and to invite people to come. First of all, you have a typer. To come. Come on, dude. Like, this is... You're a fucking journalist. This is your whole fucking job. To come talk to us so they can learn, we can help them find their way in their industry. It's not even a proper English sentence. Okay, whatever. Yeah, they're just gonna play victim. Oh, well, we were only in the open so we could help create more people like this, and you guys are attacking us. And Jesus Christ, James just said Elon Musk just tweeted about Gamergate 2. Let's see. Are you fucking like why? Okay. Oh, James Lindsay. That's a name I also haven't heard in a long time. I see. So they took the clip from the quartering, and Cabrutus was on there. Shout out again to him. And Grums. Mark Curran is amazing. He's been great in this culture war. He's been around since the early days. He knows just as much as we do what all this shit is. So is the tweet, James, just the wow, or has he commented more on this? Because I'm only seeing the wow. Wow. Kind of legitimizes? I don't know. But Gamergate 2 is still a really dumb name. Anyways. Oh, this is a different article. Sometime. Yeah, okay, this is just going through the events. Yeah, anyways. The main thing about this article is that they're not just saying, oh, we're being harassed. They're also saying, why do Valve and Discord allow these people on their platforms? And it's clearly a fucking call to action to get these guys removed for no reason. And it's just fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, let's see what else is going on. passion fruit, Daily Dot spin-off. So Daily Dot was also aggressive in all this shit back in the day too. Is the first one to cover the campaign against the Sweet Baby Inc. detective group, but says the curation page qualifies as harassment. Let's just take a quick peek. Spend all my time reading through all these dumb journalist articles because they're all fucking dumb. How to build a Gamergate. We live rent-free in their fucking heads. We've lived rent-free since 2014. Lord. How Sweet Baby Inc. became edgelord enemy number 1. Oh, am I an edgelord now? Oh, is that what's going on? I'll take it, sure. I'm an edgelord. I'm racist. I'm sexist. How to build a Gamergate. Exactly, Imp. How to build a Gamergate. Like, how fucking dumb do these people sound? You're a fucking meme. You're a fucking meme. Okay, yeah, and then this is gonna go again. This is what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. Anti-woke ideology has been blamed on Sweet Baby Inc. for all sorts of problems, from massive studio layoffs to declining game sales. Like, this is where I will push back a little bit. I don't think Sweet Baby Inc. is necessarily responsible for all of the mass studio layoffs. And I do think, obviously, there was an event that happened in 2020. Yeah, what the fuck is that controller? Exactly. Like, what the fuck is that? There was obviously an event in 2020 that created a lot of chaos in the industry, whether it was the chips not being in service enough for us to get PlayStation 5s, companies having to like completely change the way that they operated, having to do work from home, whatever, which I'm a big supporter of work from home and it should continue to exist. But there are a lot of companies obviously had to switch their strategy. They had to buy all this like PPE for their businesses. Expenses were increasing. And there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people were afraid to spend money. And if people don't want to spend money, you're not making money. Therefore, the economy just ultimately crashes. And so I don't think it's Sweet Baby Inc. is the reason why all of the massive studio layoffs are happening. But I do think that it contributes to that. I do think that it does contribute to some degree that a lot of these businesses were not able to stay afloat. Because even though, yes, I do think that the economy is in shambles, and I'm not going to get deeply into that because we're a gaming channel, but the economy is in shambles. I'm not, obviously, all of us are not, we're smart enough to see it, is what I'm trying to say. We're smart enough to see it. We don't have to have a huge deep dive. We all see it. We all feel it every day. But if these companies were producing good games, the other thing we saw as well is there was a big uptick in entertainment during this time because people didn't know what to do with their time. So actually, a lot of gaming companies that were doing great stuff were increasing sales because people wanted something to do. They couldn't go outside, which was ridiculous in itself. They couldn't do a bunch of things, right? And so entertainment was a place that people turned to. Well, if there's entertainment that's not good, that doesn't give you the level of escapism you might want from all of the world's problems, you might not want to play that game necessarily. So I think it's a boogeyman to say that Sweet Baby Inc. is completely responsible for the massive layoffs, but I do think they did contribute because they're not necessarily helping all of those studios create good content either. There's multiple things that contribute to things like this. And yeah, declining game sales. Well, I would say declining game sales is directly on the shoulders of anybody who is contributing shit to games. If you are not building a quality product, you're absolutely contributing to the declining game sales. Yes, the economy is also partially responsible. But at the same time, people will still buy things if they like what they're giving you. It's just people will budget differently. So maybe they're not going to buy 10 games in a year, maybe they're going to buy 5. But if you are making such an amazing game that people are like, it doesn't matter, I have to own this, people will save up for it and they'll buy it. They'll buy it. At the very least, they'll announce it to all of their friends and they'll be like, this game looks cool, I can't wait to hop into it, eventually I will. Sales will still happen. So your product has to be good to sell. And all of you have been fucking making slop for the past 5 years. And this is what happens. Game sales decline. Let's see. Imp has broken down the steps to how to build a Gamergate. Let's hear what the steps are here. Step 1. Don't talk about obvious shit for weeks. Step 2. Circle the wagons and insult a mass majority of people for no reason. And step 3. Cry to daddy government to save you. Exactly. And yeah, chat's like, what the fuck is that controller? I don't know what the fuck this controller is, but yeah, it's definitely, it must be AI generated or some shit, man. This is fucking stupid. Static says, yeah, 2020 and bubble economies is bringing on layoffs. Yeah, and it's not exclusive to gaming. I think a lot of these companies, some companies, they also overhired during the time because they thought the demand that was there with the entertainment industry blowing up like that. So there are businesses who overhired and then had to lay everyone off because things started to decline as the economy itself affected pockets. There was a certain point in time where we all still felt comfortable to consume things. I know saying consume is always funny. Consume. But there was a certain point in time where the average person still felt comfortable to consume things before all the inflation really started to hit hard. And so people were still buying stuff. So these companies are like, okay, well, people can't go outside. Maybe they can't go to their favorite, sports arena or whatever it is. There was a lot of things we couldn't do during that time. But they're sitting at home and they're buying game consoles and they're buying games and they're buying movies and whatever else. So we're getting a lot of sales. And maybe they hired on more people because they're like, we got to pump out more while this is happening. And then as soon as everything hit and people were like, okay, I can't fucking buy anything anymore. I'm literally spending like, I don't know, $10 on a block of butter. Like, I can't afford the next fucking GTA, which is totally valid, and GTA is fucking slop too. Well, of course you're going to see a decline in sales, and they should have compensated for that, and they shouldn't have overhired. They should have seen that it was a short-term wave, but they didn't see that. So I'm not an economics expert at all. I'm just saying it's very clear that these businesses did not plan for what would happen when you would see all of this stuff boosted. And now there's things like what the Canadian government did with fucking CERB. I don't know if Americans had similar. There was something that the Canadian government was doing where it was paying you essentially $2,000 a month to not be working because a lot of people weren't able to work their jobs for whatever reason. Oh, businesses had to shut down because, restaurants, they couldn't have all these employees, whatever. And so you just pumped a bunch of money into the economy and people were sitting at home with nothing to do. They were just spending that money frivolously. They weren't planning for the future. Of course all of this shit's gonna happen. Of course it's gonna fucking happen. So, either way. I'm very retarded when it comes to all this economy shit, but it's not just Sweet Baby Inc. It's not. And they're gonna use this as a scapegoat and think that we're conflating the two when I don't think a lot of people are. I think people will still say, yeah, why do you think your studio is failing when you hire people like Sweet Baby Inc.? That doesn't mean you're saying, oh, your entire business is shattered solely because of this. So, James says, academics, please respond. All right, you guys are popping off. I want to read what you guys are saying. And I'm going to scroll through this article a little bit in case you're, tired of hearing me talk and you still want to read along. Go ahead while I read some of this, too. And I'll read some of this, but I just don't feel like sitting here for 10 hours reading all these guys' words when it's like, you're all just fucking full of shit. So I'll skim through it, but I'm not going to read every single word of these articles. And BD Jake says, looks designed to be as uncomfortable as possible in human hands. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. And Imp says, the economy is in shambles. It's painfully obvious. And, again, I don't want to get too, intensely on the politics side of that part, but, how many times have we been told, no, everything's fine. In fact, things are getting better. What do you mean? It's like, no, things are getting progressively worse. You're fucking retarded for trying to tell me otherwise. My all of our wallets know. You can't lie about what literally the day-to-day experience is and expect me to believe that, so. Wait says, you want a controller for human hands, bigot. And Jake says, when it comes to entertainment, regardless of how bad economics are, if a company puts out a good product, people will budget differently to afford it. Kay absolutely hit the nail on the head. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's true. People will absolutely buy it. Look at how well indie games are doing. People just want good products because the thing is, the worse that the situations will get, people want more escapism. They will try their best to budget it where they can. They need a breather from this world. And you literally start injecting all of this shit and make it so they can't escape that way either. You are beyond evil for doing that. You really are. If you are the type of person that is going to inject all of this shit. I'm not saying politics have to stay out of gaming completely. A lot of stories are politically driven in some way, shape, or form within the ecosystem of that game, right? But to inject all of these things and then call me a bad person in articles for not agreeing with that, you're evil because people just want to have fun. They want to enjoy fantasy. And you're fucking telling me that I can't do that? When maybe some people can only afford one game a year. What about that poor soul that is like, I can only afford one game a year. I'm working like 60 hours a fucking week. Well, I've always loved Spider-Man when I was younger. Sure, I'll pick up the new Spider-Man game. I'm sure it'll be fun. And then they're getting hit over the head with a hammer with all your fucking politics. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's why it's important to be informed. But I'm also very sympathetic to the people who don't have the time to make themselves informed because they're just trying to stay afloat in this terrible economy. Yeah, Imp says, the Great Depression taught us a lot about entertainment and how people budget for it. Yeah. Imp says, but inflation and economics affect different classes differently. After 2007, the lower class and middle class either stagnated or got poorer, while the upper class got hugely richer. Yeah. And Jake says, when shit is bad in life, people are desperate for escape. That's exactly my point too. Imp says, so that $60 price tag on games hits harder on people, while AAA publishers are desperate to adjust for inflation and raise prices with any petty justification. Yeah, everything is going to raise in price. It costs more to have all of this labor as you have minimum wage and stuff go up to compensate for everything. It's all a cycle, right? It's all a fucking cycle. And all we're asking for is to have good products produced for us. Like, that's all we're asking for. And when we criticize you for it, you're gonna fucking spurk out and call us racist over it? Fuck you. And also, we want decent ways to live. Like, I mean, that's an obvious one. I'm saying, in terms of the games industry, we're just asking them to fucking give us a game that's worth our time. Nerdy Neo says, oh, I'm just making sure James knows. Okay, we're good. Every time I see James' name pop up, I'm like, oh god, what broke? Nerdy Neo says, that's UBI, Universal Basic Income, and leaves to reliance on the government, i.e. communism. Or leads, sorry, to communism. Yeah, I mean, Canada has tried to push UBI for the longest time. Canada's a lost cause, guys. And Jake says, my father's retirement turned from over $450K to under $35K. It absolutely destroyed my family. Still affecting us to this day. I'm so sorry to hear that. And yeah, it's awful. The real world can be really awful. And all we want is when we spend that little bit of extra money we have that we've saved up from dealing with the world, we just want to have good quality entertainment. So we can sit there, you know, if it's a movie, you want to sit there for an hour and a half and you want to relax and you know, just not think about your worries, and it can be tomorrow's problem because you've been dealing with it every day. Or maybe you want to dive into a game that's, you know, 40, 50 hours long, and that's your thing that you get to hang out and have fun with to unwind. So no matter what names these guys call you, don't fucking listen to them, because you're completely in the right for expecting good things out of what you're spending money on. And you're also in the right for expecting that prices shouldn't be this high or crazy too. But I'm really sorry to hear that, Jake, and I do hope things get better. Static says, identity politics should not be in gaming because it's fake politics. Yeah, I agree. I think there's certain politics that do make sense. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is about eco-terrorism. Almost every other JRPG I've ever played is about saving the environment, all this shit. Whatever, you can have it in there. I mean, there's games where it's about war, one side versus another, nations taking over each other. That kind of politics should exist in the games. What they try to do in these arguments is often say, like, well, you're saying that there shouldn't be any politics, but all games are political. Games are political within their own ecosystem of that game, okay? They're not necessarily all crying about trans rights and all of this shit. Oh, I'm a brown person, I need to be heard. We don't need that fucking shit, okay? We don't need it fucking slapped in our face constantly. Oh, you're a racist if you don't like the storyline in this game. We don't need that fucking shit. When we think of politics in video games, we're talking about the wars within the actual game. This nation versus this nation. We don't want the fucking politics that you're trying to inject. Get that the fuck out of here. I agree. Identity politics should not be in gaming. You can have your messages, but you don't need to fucking slap us over the fucking forehead with it. Imp says, the Oddworld series is heavily influenced by political opinions. And James says, caught Warframe marketing director crying about us chuds. He went private once he realized what he tweeted. Do you happen to, like, you can paraphrase it, but what did he say? That's fucking hilarious. Imp says, it is written based on the politics of anti-consumerism and corporate greed. It wears its inspirations on its sleeves. But Oddworld is a beloved series, vivid and colorful. And JT says, sounds just as soft as the Bungie guy who deleted his Twitter post while also doubling down. Imp says, the difference is writing. Ham-fisted politic and propaganda is fucking garbage and always will be. Very well said. The Bible game is just as trash as Kill the Justice League. I don't actually know anything about the Bible game, but feel free to let me know about that. And Nerdy Neo says, well, I don't know if I'm getting a certain president. I don't know how much YouTube really gives a fuck about any of this, but certain president, I'll just say. Complaining about shrinkflation when it's his policies that are causing it is the epitome of out of touch with reality. Absolutely. Static says, don't say that, Kay. They don't win until you give up. I'm not fucking giving up on any of this shit, man. Fuck it. This channel, I want it to be about gaming. I want it to be an escape to some degree. I want to promote good games. I don't want to overdose on black pills on this channel because everyone gets enough of that shit in the real world. But we also have made a commitment to be honest to everyone too, and we're going to show you why the industry isn't going well as well. So I will continue to be on this fight, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's talking about on this channel, whatever it is, we're going to talk about it, but we're also going to find the time to play some fun games, laugh together. We're going to make time for all of it here. And I agree, we can't give up on this because we need to fight for this industry. Like, we care about the video game industry, we need to fucking fight for it. Nerdy Neo says, in-universe politics, like in Tom Clancy games, are fine. It's when you shove current-day politics into fake situations to cram stuff down our throats about how we're bad for being white. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't understand that you're bad for being white narrative that is just, like, taking over the world. It's fucking baffling. Jake says, JRPGs are the only games where it's perfectly acceptable... JRPGs are the only games where it's perfectly acceptable for them to always tie a pro-environment message into it. After all, the US gifted them 2 transferable stars in the middle of the 20th century. That's great phrasing. Yeah, that is true. James says, I got the screen caps on our feed if you want to see. Perfect. I will go through our Twitter in a little bit here. And by the way, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I don't know how long today's stream is going to go. I'm going to talk through everything, and then we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to be here for a while, because there's a lot to fucking talk about. Jake says, Nippon has limited space. It's an you guys speak too intelligent for me. Arpeggio? I can't speak words. And it's beautiful. Anyways. Shaka says, let's go, Brandon. And Static says, I was talking about your calling Canada a lost cause, but yes, trying to keep gaming fun is super important. Yeah, no, it's hard not to call Canada a lost cause. And there's something I'm going to bring up in a little bit that not a lot of people are necessarily rehashing out. I do think to a certain degree Canada is a lost cause. To a certain degree. It's not that I want to give up on the country that I'm in, but how deep-rooted it is that they hate us for very simple speech, it's very difficult to stand behind a lot of what Canada does. That is the softest way I can possibly phrase that. It is really hard to stand behind Canada, and it's really hard to stand behind Canadians who have been complicit the entire time in these things happening, who don't stand up for the people that do end up getting targeted by this government for speaking up. That's the problem, is that the status quo is so complicit in just staying silent or like allowing these things to happen or brushing it off or whatever it is. It's really hard to stand by a lot of what Canada is doing. I just can't. And obviously it doesn't help also that Sweet Baby is from Canada as well. Of course it is, because the fucking grants in Canada are like the easiest thing in the world. I probably could sign up for a grant tomorrow. Hey, I'm brown. Want to give me money? Like, it's just insane. It's fucking insane. So, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I stand by what you're saying, Static. I get it. It's very hard as a Canadian to not be overly black-pilled, I'll say. That is the most political I'll get with it. Call to Carl's here. Hello, sir. Saying the video game industry wants to kill itself. Well, at least the AAA gaming part. And you know what? They can. If they want to do it, they can do it. Because there's tons of indie developers that are happy to fill the gap. And I said this on our podcast where we're talking about, finding a phoenix in the ashes. Great title, James. Love that title. you know, it's painful to see. If you're somebody who really truly cares about this industry, it's very, very painful to witness. But, you know, if it has to crumble to some degree in order to be rebuilt into something better that actually honors what gamers want, then we have to go through it and we have to deal with it. So I do hope that there is some salvaging for it. Regardless, I would like to see people rise into the top that are actually creating good games, and we're going to always highlight those games here. We're going to always talk about supporting them, anything that we can on our radar. Oh my God! Calta Carl says, you said you were brown and now I have to give you money. Well, thank you for my diversity bucks. I do appreciate it, Calta Carl. Are you home yet? Last time I talked to this dude, he was like stuck in an airport or some shit, and then he's like, I guess my flight's canceled, so let us know if you're home. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's the world's fucked, guys. The world's fucked. But James says there's way too much gold right now. These people won't shut up. Okay, I will go look at that in a second because I'm curious what shenanigans you're up to. And Shaka says colonize Canada, and everyone's laughing. Okay, Carl is home. Perfect. I'm finally home after almost 24 hours of waiting and flying. Well, I'm glad you're home, and holy moly, take it easy today, sir. All right, guys, why don't we see what James is up to? We get. Is there a certain James you like? No, otherwise scroll down to a random point. Okay, yeah, me being live. This tweet I already can't see because I assume this is and I think you said you were going to send it to me. If you do, oh, I think you got blocked. I don't know if you deleted it. It's 2014. Chuds are harassing women, queers, and POC about diversity in video games, and there's a genocidal war. Oh my god. Is the audio choppy because I was crying laughing? It probably was because I was crying laughing. I will try to keep it less intense. Let me know if it's still clipping. It's 2024. Chuds are harassing women, queers, and POC about diversity in gaming. And there's a genocidal war. Narrative and media enthusiast, lapsed games critic, and theater maker. Oh my god, these people, man. These fucking people. Yeah, I don't know why this setup is getting randomly choppy. Thank you guys for keeping me in the loop on it. We're going to try to improve this stuff. So again, thank you for staying patient with it. This was a test stream just to see what we can actually run out here. James says, I think I know the issue that caused it. Okay, well, perfect. At least if it's something I can prevent now, let me know. But otherwise, after the stream, I'll make sure that we hammer out the next one to be a little better. Is it because I'm changing tabs? That would be ridiculous if it is. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, keep me updated, guys. Oh, actually, I want to see... Yeah, welcome back to the front lines, my fellow Chud Bros. And Blippity Blop reporting for duty. I'll stay. Cult Carl says, okay, there's leaked audio from one of the devs working on the Black Panther game saying she made an entire team up of minorities because whites are bad. EA paid for that as well. My fucking god. Oh my god. These people. Oh, James is coming out. My Janny's here.
I'm ready to
What is
Janny.
it? What is it?
I just want to see if I can improve things real quick here.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Talk to chat.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking to chat. I can't really, but it's because you're a fake gamer girl and the internet is ridiculous. Yeah. Nobody... Oh, do you think that's what it is? Really?
It's part of it.
It's not from me like... Oh, I'm tiny. What the hell?
There you go.
Okay.
And you just gotta...
Move my camera. Look at this. I got my own Janny today. Usually I'm the one Jannying for him.
Does this camera not, like, turn?
What do you mean it doesn't turn?
Well, how do you turn
You just slide it. There you go.
There you go.
There.
Perfect.
There, you happy with that?
Ignore me while I fix shit.
Yeah, it's fine. You keep doing your thing.
Can you still hear yourself?
I don't know. I think I've gotten used to it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't fucking know anymore, man. Why are 7 watching me look like a retard? That's what I don't know. Oh lord. Shaka says Bear Force 1 will fix it.
That's true.
No, we're not gonna make James strip today. Make him strip too often. Oh, maybe it is that. Okay, anyways. Guys, what do you think of the stream so far, minus the technical issues? Do you want us to be doing more game coverage and stuff like that too? I think the solution on my end for now, just to make sure that we don't meddle too much with the gaming schedule, is to go live during the day sometimes, just so that we can get some of these articles out of the way. We'll still keep the podcast, and we'll still have like it every 2 weeks and talk about this stuff too. It's not that we're not going to, but I just think there's way too much news coming out right now that we're just gonna sit there and be like, we can't talk about everything. So this is our way to try to address that. You having fun?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm disrupting things. I'm trying to make it...
distracted easily. Maybe I have ADHD.
I'm trying to make it better for you.
ADHD. Maybe I'm autistic too. I don't know. Oh no, what is that? No, that's gonna make it echo again.
Can you hear yourself?
No, but that's gonna make it echo again. That's how it was echoing last time.
I'm curious.
That literally caused the echo last time.
Is it echoing, everybody? Oh god.
Trust me, this is what caused the echo last time.
But you can't hear yourself.
No. That's why I'm like, it's fine. I don't care if I hear myself.
Okay. Well, I want both to be good.
Well, it's fine. See?
No!
I told you! Just change it back. We'll do a test stream later.
Okay, what about that? Did that fix it?
I don't know if it fixed anything. Do you still... Guys, let me know if... Yeah, the chat's going echo. More echo than Metroid Prime 2.
This is so weird.
Just turn it back to the way it was. People were fine.
Okay.
People were fine.
There. Yeah. This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Thank you. Okay, guys, we fixed the echo again. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay, let me go test
broke it. They're on delay, so I know that it's going to be fine again soon. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. The echo is significant. Oh no. Did he break it more? Okay, we're better. We're better. Okay. Holy fuckamole! God damn, Wade! What the fuck? Wade just gifted 20 fucking memberships after that insane echo. Why? Holy crapoli! Thank you so much, man. Holy shit. Y'all are too fucking good. My ears are no longer bleeding, thank you. Wade's ears were just like bleeding profusely, and it's like, alright, I guess sure, I'll gift you, sure, take a membership. Fucking hell. Thank you so much, Wade, for that. That's incredible. I really appreciate it. And thank you again also to Cult of Carl. You guys are gonna hear that pinging for a bit, but it's fine. It'll be fun. But as long as there's no echo, that's what I fucking care about. Let me scroll back up to before... Actually, no, let's read off who Wade gifted these 20 memberships to. Wade, thank you again so much. It really means the world. So, Mr. Big Boy 8258 got a membership. Blippity Blop. Jose Taco. That's a cool name. Jose Taco? Colorama. Mike. Heffy Ardianti. CC. Overcooked Octopus Feet. Y'all are creative with these names, man. Big Guy 405. Mosin. Hero Sword P. Byerly 2K20. Rambler 7 DP. Jay Bonanca. Almeida Gibson. Words. I can't even fucking read that one. Wait, you guys don't hear the alert noise? Oh my god. This fucking setup. Okay, well, it's just pinging. It's just going bing. Echo again? Why is there echo? Guys, let me know if there's echo again. I'm just shocked. Why would there be echo again? I didn't change anything. I didn't fucking change anything. Okay, anyone else? If you hear echo, let me know. I don't know why you're not hearing the pinging sound. We'll fix that too for next time. I'm sorry. The setup will get better in time. Nerdy Neosis can see them, can't hear them though. Okay, and no echo, no echo. Okay, no echo. No. No echo. Perfect. Okay. JTE trolling me? Nah, he's not trolling. He might be behind, but thank you so much, guys, for letting me know. Thank you again, Wait, this was insane. And I think, yeah, I read off all, oh yeah, Lime Man got one as well, Skylar Joe Show, MV, Neko, no echo, only pinging your ears. Okay, but you guys hear the, oh, okay. Echo was only when you spoke quite loudly, otherwise you're fine. Okay, maybe my headphones are like fucking picking up on here. That could also be it. That could also fucking be it. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's get back to the show. Thank you again, Wait. Scrolling back up a little bit. Yeah, Shakazulu says, I know what will fix it. Bear Force 1. And Call to Carl says, I shared the video on my Twitter. We can attempt to play some desktop audio and see if that royally fucks everything up. We can try. What the fuck? Insidious Bliss has just gifted 20 memberships as well. What? Oh my god. Thank you guys so much. This is insane. 40 keep pinging. Yeah, this thing will go forever. Holy fuck, you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Holy fuck. Yeah, like James said, oh my god. You guys are fucking mad, lads. Thank you so much. And, Metal Mugen, Poopa Woody, Papa Woody, Natured, Super Impious, Dead End Satellite, Marco Garza, Frankie Patterson have all received gifted memberships. That's weird that you're not hearing the sound. You're just saying bing, bing. But, yeah, I'll fix that for next time. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. And if you are somebody who's like, why am I not getting a gifted membership? Make sure it's also enabled on your side, if that's something that you're wondering about. Thank you so much, guys. I can't believe it. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are fucking crazy. Soon there's going to be more memberships and people following us. Holy moly. Okay. Going back up. Yeah, Shakazu said, Bear Force 1 will fix it. Wait says, during the day is great. More likely to be sober. Perfect. I don't know if I'm going to stay sober after all this fucking shit, but for now we're having, what is this? Pink drink from Starbucks? The most corporate thing I could possibly drink. BD Jake says, personally watching because James is a hot take maniac that is entertaining to watch. And Kay, your takes are intelligent and coherent and not a crazy person. Sticking to entertainment as best is. I can be pretty crazy too, but I appreciate it. Static says, a show on Tuesday afternoons is absolutely perfect for me. Awesome. And Jake says, possible is what you got me subscribed after watching you guys on Side Scrolls. Well, thank you again for your support. That was a whole whirlwind of a thing. I didn't even know what conversation I was fully... I knew like bits and pieces of the conversation we were getting into that day, but holy moly, I did not expect the way that everything went that day. But thank you so much for your support, guys. Call to Carl says, we all have the Tism curse. And then you guys were saying there was echo. That was when James moved my audio settings, but it's okay. We fixed it. Call to Carl says, the people at Sweet Baby are getting BTFO'd by this well-oiled machine. Says a lot about them. Well, thank you. It's not a well-oiled machine, but thank you. Oh my god, Insidious. And wait. What is going on? You guys are crazy. James says, so much for a love for a pilot stream that's flying with one wing. So much love for a pilot stream that's flying with one wing. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you so much. Jake says, didn't know there was an on/off button. And Wait says, people should turn on so we can keep up the pings for Kay. Static says, I don't think you have to enable memberships anymore. I don't know, because I feel like we had to do that last time when we first got memberships. People were like having to do that. I fucking know. YouTube's fucking retarded. Bliss and Nerdy Neo says, Bliss had gifted 20 memberships, but it's only allocated like 5. Should still be 15 more to go. Shaka Zulu says, perfect time slot. JT, sorry, I should say. I see what happened. I didn't notice that I wasn't watching live anymore, so I was 2 minutes behind everyone else. Okay, I had a feeling. I'm like, there's no way there's still fucking echo. Neo says, weird. The notifications are showing other users who gifted, but they didn't appear in the chat. And yeah, so Shaka and Static are saying you don't have to anymore. So I don't know. Anyways. Okay, what is James doing on the internet? James, what are you doing on the internet with our account? I'm sure it's all good. Oh, what is this? We're now in a deep grift. That's right. Oh, that causes the slowdown. Okay, I might be onto this. We are now deep into the victim grift arc of Sweet Baby Inc. Claims the accounts are fake, yet they are all harassing Alyssa Mercante, despite her showing zero proof of anything she's claiming. Remember, you are just supposed to listen and believe. And Alyssa Mercante says, if you aren't sure this is a harassment campaign, just take a look at the content. Look at how many sock puppet accounts flock to comments on posts. Look at the language in those comments. Look at the images they're sharing, the way they're manipulating pictures of women. They always use this fucking term. Oh, sock puppets. Oh, you're sock puppets. You're not real. Or, the one I used to be called a lot, Uncle Tom. You're an Uncle Tom. You're just fighting for the white man, you Uncle Tom. Yeah, keep doing it. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't fucking care. It's not going to change the fact that I'm going to stand up for video games. And then I'm going to point out that you're wrong. It's not going to change any of that. You just sound retarded. They're sock puppet accounts. This is literally why I have my face out in the public. And that's why I had my face out in the public in 2014. Because they're going to claim, oh, they're just making bots. They're just making bots. I'm not a fucking bot. I'm talking to you directly and I'm telling you you're a fucking retard. You're a fucking retard for trying to destroy this industry. For your dumb inclusivity bullshit that we all know is fake. It's elitism. I've said it a lot of times. It's elitism. This is not about inclusion. If it was about inclusion, you would be open to other people's opinions. Instead, any opinion that slightly is confrontational to your worldview, even slightly, is considered harassment to you. So, no, it's not about inclusion whatsoever. And Alyssa Mercante says, look at how when men do speak out and they aren't enough, I fucking see you. How less intense their comments are, how little those comments focus on the way they look, how their faces aren't shoved back at them to mock. It's the fucking internet. Everyone's looks are insulted. Men are constantly called women on the internet. They're constantly told that they look like betas on the internet. They are constantly told that they're sock puppets on the internet. They're constantly told that simply for existing, that they don't belong in video games. The amount of hate towards white people fucking exists. The hate, it fucking exists. Like, of course, they're the ones dealing with all the backlash. Okay? It's all sides. It's like, everyone's dealing with it. But, like, to say, oh, well, men are not dealing with it is fucking insane. Do you know how many men I've called beta for agreeing with you, Alyssa Mercante? They're getting the insults, too. They're getting the fucking insults, too. They're getting the soy, everything. But yeah, this is all just crying. And there's not enough. They aren't enough. There's not enough men speaking out for us. There's not enough men dealing with our emotional manipulation. There's not enough of you crying for us. I'm going to make fun of David Bedard later if we have time. The co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. Male, by the way. And he deserves to be laughed out because he's been saying a lot of shit too. Alyssa Mercante continues, and then look at how they treat POC creators, writers, and developers. Look at the messages they've been getting. Oh my god, wait! What the hell? Oh my god! Wait just gifted another 20 memberships. Another 20 fucking memberships. We've gotten 60 memberships today. You guys are fucking insane. You're fucking insane. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with the notifications, but thank you so much. Where did the pings go, James? Where did the pings go? What happened to the pings? I'll ping. Oh, because it's not gifting out to anyone else. I think you guys have gifted us so many memberships now that it's like you need more people to follow you. So wait, next time, as people continue to follow us on YouTube, you're gonna get random pings. We're gonna be like talking about something like, I don't know, super serious or something. I mean, are we ever serious here? We're gonna be super serious, and then it's gonna be like bing, 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 bing. So it'll happen. It's just it's not gifting to anyone else right now. So that's probably why. You guys are insanely generous. Thank you so fucking much. I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry it's not pinging. It will ping eventually when more people are gifted. Thank you. You guys are gifting more memberships than people that want to watch us. Holy fucking hell, man. Static says they refund after 48 hours if they don't get taken. Wait, look, it is what it is. It's fine. And Wait says I completely support random annoyance. Perfect, me too. Oh god, thank you again so much, Wait. I really, really appreciate it. Alyssa McConte, whatever. Look at how they treat POC creators, writers, and developers. Well, you just called me a fucking sock account. Sock puppet. You've already blocked me for telling you you're retarded. You're part of the fucking problem, bitch. Look at the messages I've been getting. The way these people speak about them. Do you think it's a harassment campaign yet? No, it's not a harassment campaign. Look at how they justify their behavior, claiming that requests to take down a hateful page is harassment. The Sweet Baby Inc. detected page is in no way, shape, or form harassment. I don't care how many times I have to fucking say this. Pointing out that you worked on a game is not harassment. In your case, you didn't even work on the fucking game, so you're not getting harassed anyways. But it is in no way harassment, okay? If anything, the people trying to take him down, that I would consider more harassment than anything that these people have dealt with. Look at how they justify this. How it's worthy of threats, of slurs, of dogpiling. Oh, dogpiling, a term I've missed so dearly, dogpiling. That they used to always say dogpiling. And you know why? Cult of Carl knows this, so I quote tweet people a lot. I quote tweet people a lot because it's a public conversation. Everyone's going to see it regardless. It doesn't fucking matter. But they recoil at the quote tweets. You know why? It's dogpiling. You're getting all your followers after me. It's dogpiling. I have an account of like 200 people following me. I'm not dogpiling you, okay? But this term was thrown around so often. We're having a public conversation and multiple people agree with you. It's dogpiling. It's just like, it's just insane. It's just fucking insane. Look at how they try to spin, distort, play the victim. Is that projection at this point? I think that's a little bit of projection because none of us are crying about being the victims here. You're constantly fucking crying. And yeah, like James says, the journos fear the quote tweet. I always quote tweet people because they are afraid. This conversation's in public. People are going to read it regardless, okay? It's not a big deal whether you're quote tweeted, replied, just retweeted, whatever it is. It's fine. It's all out there. Okay. What else have you been up to, James? Sounds like you've been having a fun day. Static says, okay, so I've got a video to make today. Yeah. Oh, yeah, James got blocked by Will Fulton there. Will Fulton. What is this? Okay, yeah. Tina? What? What are they? Okay. Let me go back to... Yeah. The game journos fear the list. Can you point to the place on the list where it harassed you? Bro, I promise I do not care what you think about anything. Stop illustrating my point and go touch grass. Yep. James says the narrative is now being fully pushed that simply pointing out what game Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on and quoting their own speeches equals harassment. Amazing. It's clear that you all hate games. I reversed that, but whatever. And the industry. So how about instead of trying to radically change it, just leave? And the photo says, the only way to combat a harassment campaign is to be very boring. If you look into the heart of it, a harassment campaign is nothing more than a fandom infight, a flame war, ship-to-ship combat. The people doing the harassment are looking for more content. You are the content. You're not being harassed, though, okay? It's just calling it out. They don't have any consideration for your humanity. You are not human to them. You are a source of entertainment. Your pain is entertainment. Each new admission of your vulnerability is a new way to hurt you. You have to post about salads. You have to be boring. It's totally my mic with me laughing that is clipping this out. I'm sorry. I will try not to cry laughing too hard, but holy fuck. Holy fuck, these people are so fucking unreal. They're just unreal. Hello Splays Town says, I can send you something. If you're in our Discord, feel free to drop whatever you like in there. I can take a look there in a bit. I do want to get to the Department of Homeland Security still today, so we'll get to that. We're almost there. And James says, I'm so happy I never wasted my time with Warframe. Good lord. And what is this? In the wake of GG, there was a truckload of powerful dudes in games that regretted not saying anything before it spiraled. Just checked a couple of their feeds right now, and they're not condemning what's going on now either. Oh my god, these people, these fucking people, man. It's just unreal. Post a salad. Guys, should we start posting salads? Should we start posting salads? Every time I eat a salad from now on, I'm just going to post a photo, and you guys will know exactly why I'm doing it. James says, cowards are crying online, going private and running back to their cliques to get their head pats for spreading the narrative. Absolute state of these people, Lamau. Got more here. Slick Moranis, Gamergate was always a harassment campaign targeting marginalized folks, and its sequel is exactly the same. Again, it's just unreal. Like, it's just unreal. The kind of, like, post... I don't even know what it's called, but the history that they've created after the fact. You know? Post-revisionist history, is that what it is? Oh, and now he's going private. Oh no, those little Gamergaters, they're coming after me. What do I do? I know. I'll just cry online. I'll just cry online. No one's targeting you, bro. The Deadspin writers did that. Huh, I wonder how that worked out for them. Some of the Deadspin writers had this rule of thumb that they'd block commenters as soon as they made a comment addressing the author of an article by their first name. And I'm now implementing that rule, non-mutual followers on Twitter. In a fucking article, you have the name of the article and then the author of the article. This is normal. It's like a book, and the book is like, hey, this is my book, Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my god, I love that book by J.R.R. Tolkien. They're naming me. They're fucking naming me. Or, oh, I didn't like the book by J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my god, I have to block them. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's a fucking book. It's a fucking article. Your name is right there. I'm not going out of my way to find your name. It's literally right there. My god. And yeah, Deadspin's entire staff has been laid off. Yeah. And these are the same guys that were going after that kid who was at the fucking football game. If you guys don't know about that. This is a guy that was at the Chiefs game, and they went after this kid for no fucking reason when he was in the Chiefs gear, and now they're gone. Now they're gone. And that is it for the James feed. I'm sure there's stuff in replies too, but let's do a quick look home through. I think, yeah. James replied to Elon, it's fully on, folks. Elon has more gamers voice concerns over journalists, collusion, and Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement. Please ensure there is no censorship of us on X. I can get to that in a little bit, too. During Gamergate 1, there was a lot of good folks that got silenced and banned. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff today, James. That's insane, though. That's fucking funny. Alright, let's go back to my little thread from Alex the Hatman Baldwin, which has been amazing. And get into the article about DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Holy moly, guys. Holy fucking moly. I had this article before, but it's just all the fucking same. I don't care. We saw the AI controller look shit. This is from Take This, and responding to Gamergate 2. Now, this was posted on March 11th, so that was yesterday, okay. If you're reading this, you've probably been hearing about what's now being called Gamergate 2. Which is a gay fucking name. I'm sorry, it's a gay name. Like, really? It's a gay fucking name. It's a gay name. It's the latest targeted harassment campaign. Of course, we gotta call it a harassment campaign. We can't just, like, think that, oh, people being criticized is just, like, a normal conversation. And it's aimed at Sweet Baby Inc., a Montreal-based narrative development studio. The campaign also has been impacting entities and games associated with Sweet Baby, journalists covering the issue, and others associated in various ways with targets. You may also be at a loss to know how to talk about this issue and what, if anything, you can do about it. That's where we come in. And by the way, I have not read through this article yet myself. I was saving it to talk to you guys. Discord, Steam, and X have been the predominant platforms where the abuse and harassment has been taking place. In these spaces, a list of game studios, companies, and associated organizations are being circulated for targeting by members of the mob. What is the mob? What is the mob? What is the harassment? Again, criticism, legitimate criticism, does not mean you're being harassed. Large-scale harassment campaigns like this fuel and are fueled by political events. As political rhetoric heats up ahead of the U.S. presidential election later this year, this kind of online activity is going to ramp up, and it's important to understand these phenomena are interrelated. And this is what they did last time, too, is they tie it directly into politics. They go straight into, these people are trying to influence the next president, and that's where we got all this shit about, you know, he who cannot be named constantly being blamed for everything, even Gamergate, is insane. As scholars and journalists have noted, the targeted harassment, hate, and cultural norms that were at the heart of Gamergate in the mid-2010s never went away. People in game spaces, especially marginalized developers and content creators, face hate and harassment daily. In fact, research conducted by Take This has outlined an entire spectrum of typology of extremism and dark participation in games that is bigger than any one movement but underlies all of them. It can be scary or uncomfortable to think about, to talk about, and to understand. In overwhelming situations, it's not unusual to feel at a loss or to have thoughts of helplessness, but there are things we can do to mitigate the harm. This is insane. This is fucking insane already. And the way that they're speaking of it, it's like they think that people are literally being attacked in the streets. Like, that's how they're speaking. Dark participation, extremism. In overwhelming situations, it's not unusual to feel at a loss or to have thoughts of helplessness, but we can mitigate the harm. Like, it's just the buzzwords. For everyone, it's extremely important to speak out and step up for folks who are being harmed. How are they being harmed? It's easy to say people are being harmed. How are they being harmed? This kind of support can take on many different forms. This could be an email or a quick check-in with the people in your orbit who are targets of the harassment or are close to those targets. Family members, colleagues, and friends of those targeted also experience different types of harm in these situations. Okay, so not only are they crying because people are saying, hey, you're not good at making games, and they think that's harassment, but now they're saying, go check in on those people because maybe even their, like, friend is going through it too, or their parent, or whatever. Like, how far does this go? Literally everyone is affected, little slip there, affected by you saying, hey, we don't like your involvement in this game. That it's extending to, like, an entire, like, community of people with around one person. It's like, none of this makes sense. You're all too sensitive, man. It's all fucking sensitive. During organized harassment campaigns, where's the organization? Where's the organization of this? Retweeting people, liking tweets, making videos covering it, that's not organized harassment at all. Creating pages to point out what these people are doing, that's not organized harassment campaigns. During organized harassment campaigns, people sometimes are forced to leave social media and online activity for a time, and they often need help filtering messages, dealing with threats. What are the threats? What are the fucking threats? Cite them. And maintaining their mental well-being. Well, this is the thing. So, back in 2014, a lot of people, and I'm not saying it started in 2014, it's been since the inception of the internet. Look, the internet is not healthy to be on 24/7. I think everyone with a brain in their head understands that it's not healthy to be online 24/7. Now, a lot of people based on maybe their work or how they communicate with family abroad or friends or whatever it might be. Or if you're, you know, like watching us, for example, which thank you again so much for giving us your time. If you're watching, you know, content creators, whatever it might be, you might be online a lot because a lot of what we do nowadays is just easy to do around the internet. And so what we saw in 2014 is a lot of people would be in these like Twitter battles 24/7 because there's always something fucking happening. There's always something happening. Like I said earlier in the show, there were times where so many things were happening a minute, and I was busy in the trenches laughing at people that I didn't realize things happened until like way later on. And, you know, that's how it fucking goes. But the point is that you're online constantly, you're gonna get drained. You're gonna get exhausted. And it's going to be tough. And so that's where your mental health thing comes in, is that people are not taking breathers. They don't know how to fucking shut off the phone, shut off the computer, and step away. I'm not saying you have to go fucking touch grass. I'm just saying if it's getting to you, take a break. So we saw a lot of people having mental breakdowns because they were just constantly in this discourse and they weren't understanding what it was like in the real world, and that this is like, at the end of the day, it's internet. So the mental health thing is just such a fragile, stupid thing. Understand yourself and how much you can handle and take breaks when you need to. The internet's still there when you come back. Just saying. Yeah, filtering messages, like, again, this is all silly. But, you know, people, if they want to filter messages themselves and they don't want to read it, like, what am I going to say? Like, you fucking make that own choice on your own. What I don't like is when people lock threads, when people start, like, mass blocking people because of criticism, stuff like that. But if you yourself get thousands of YouTube comments and you make a conscious decision to say, I don't have time to read through all of these every single day, that's on you. That's your life. That's your time. But it's just, yeah, it's all insane. People of marginalized identities often already have some of these tools in place out of historical necessity. What is a historical necessity? But the volume of large campaigns like this can quickly become overwhelming. The still relevant Games Hotline website hosts a digital safety guide that can support people experiencing or at risk of experiencing targeted harassment. For industry leaders, you may be inclined to be quiet or cautious, but that's actually not helpful. As noted in our resource, Empowering the Game Industry, a major lesson learned from Gamergate was the importance of taking a loud public stance. At the time, many studios were hesitant to address the hate and abuse from Gamergate in any meaningful way. No. This is what happened during Gamergate, is that, as we've explained before, hey Mazza, how's it going? It was a you're with us or against us type scenario when it came to the anti-Gamergate side. If you don't denounce this harassment, if you're silent in it, or if you ask for dialogue, or you ask questions, or you just like, you don't have an opinion on it yet, or whatever it might be, you're against us. You're enabling this. This is not true, but this is exactly what they would say all the fucking time. So as a video game company, do you really want to get in the mud of all of this? Now, you're going to have your people that are always outspoken at these companies, and they're going to say shit, and they're going to embarrass themselves a lot of the time, because a lot of the time, this industry gets infested with all these fucking woke retards. I hate saying the word woke, but that's the word we're using right now for it. And they start fucking virtue signaling at their fans. The people, and they agree with the people that are attacking their fans, their customer base, the people that are giving them the money to keep going. And it backfired on most of those people. But the other side, the silent majority, they didn't want to get involved, because if they even said something slight like, oh, I don't think gamers are that bad, or, you know, maybe there's another side to this, they would get crucified by the anti-Gamergate side. There would be huge campaigns trying to get them canceled. Huge campaigns trying to get people fired from their jobs. Everything. So of course they didn't want to speak up. If you're not with us, you're against us. That's exactly how these people operate. And it's disgusting. And there's a reason why people were hesitant to address these things. Like we cited back on Side Scrollers, The Escapist was one of the few platforms that tried to just have like you can talk on either side, and they were getting constantly attacked. So it's just, yeah, these people are fucking delusional. The reasons varied, but usually this hesitation was born out of fear of losing profits or concern that taking a stance would attract the attention of the Gamergate mob. Again, I don't think that's true. I think that a lot of the time it was the anti-Gamergate side that was attacking, but it's coming from somebody who was there. The thinking went, we want to protect our community from Gamergate, so by being silent, we will avoid inviting the pro-Gamergate crowd to our forums and into our community. Where'd you get that quote from? However, the failure to take a stand and clearly communicate with the community backfired. Without an explicit statement from the studio that toxic misogynistic behavior was not welcome, the studio found that pro-Gamergate individuals assumed the studio's game was a safe space for them to build community. A reminder that Gamergate was about a few things, but one of them being ethical things in gaming. There's nothing wrong with requesting that your industry be ethical whatsoever. I don't see an issue in that whatsoever. And to relate it to modern day today, because that's what this article is trying to do, there is nothing wrong with Cabrutus making a page saying Sweet Baby Inc. worked on this game. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with him not wanting to play a game that's made by them. And there's nothing wrong with anyone seeing that and saying, oh yeah, I like Cabrutus' opinions, therefore I also don't want to play this game. People can make informed decisions. That is, take this. And yeah, they're being funded by the Department of Homeland Security. So that's the kind of major news today. And this reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Let me see if I can find that. I think it's this one here. I didn't label my links like an idiot, but I think it's this one here. Oh, no, that's the article. No, that's the same article. No, I have it here. But there is, yes, here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Chat, thanks for hanging out with me, by the way. It's been a lot of fun. The article came out back in 2015, October 22nd, 2015. Canadian Prime Minister says, we need to stand against Gamergate. Now, imagine you've been in fucking all this discourse online and you're laughing about it. A lot of us laughed about it because there was a lot of hilarious shit, and I'm gonna get eventually to the bro team. James says, critical distance just dropped an article calling us fascists. I assume like all gamers, not specifically us, but if it is us, let me know. And Jake says, been fun hanging out with you, Kay. Well, thank you. Anyways, this article back in 2015 came out. Canadian Prime Minister says we need to stand against Gamergate. And I remember this fucking happening and crying laughing that this is how far this had gone. This is how far it had gone. You read a lot about politics and games, but today it's games and politics. Specifically, Canada's new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Again, this is 2015, guys. This is not today. I just want to keep that clear. But there's a lot of parallels between government stuff getting involved and what happened 10 years ago. Specifically, Canada's new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has spoken out about Gamergate and issues of video games misogyny. Talking in an TV interview, Trudeau said that the Gamergate movement is something that we need to stand clearly against. The broadcasted version of the interview was cut down and didn't show his comments on the subject, but they were reported by Canada's The Star. I'm a feminist, proud to be a feminist, said Trudeau. My mom raised me to be a feminist. My father raised me. He was a different generation, but he raised me to respect and defend everyone's rights, and I deeply grounded my own identity in that, and I am proud to say that I am a feminist. The things we see online, whether it is issues like Gamergate or video games misogyny in popular culture, it is something that we need to stand clearly against. Now, guys, think about this. The literal Prime Minister of Canada spoke against us and said that we are something that they need to stand clearly against. He has literally incited that the country of Canada should stand against anyone who is pointing out all of this bullshit in gaming. Is that not insane? And this is what we're seeing today. And I'm sure we're going to get to a point again where statements are made about what's going on. But I just, as soon as I read that Department of Homeland Security article and all these like little government initiatives here talking about like, oh, this is what you need to do and this is what we're prepping for a Gamergate 2 and all this stuff, it reminded me of the fact that Trudeau, once upon a time back in 2015, said that the things we see online, whether it is issues like Gamergate or video games misogyny in popular culture, it is something that we need to clearly stand against. And that's just, it's baffling. He went on to explain that society needed to combat all forms of misogyny in popular culture. Where is the misogyny? That's what I want to understand. Where is it? It's not there. Be that video games or other mediums. And then, yeah, this is just explaining that, yeah, Trudeau is Canada's new prime minister. Well, he's not so new anymore. I mean, he's still around 10 fucking years later. But yeah, I thought that was a little funny anecdote. Words are hard today. Anecdote. That was a little anecdote. So, thank you, Trudeau. I don't care what you have to fucking say about me supporting Gamergate. I'm pro Gamergate. I will never denounce Gamergate. Even if you tell me and the rest of the citizens of my country that we need to stand against Gamergate, I don't fucking care. I'm not standing against it. I'm 100% pro Gamergate, no regrets. So, go fuck yourself. Thank you. Alright. You guys have messaged me with a bunch of stuff. I haven't caught up with chat in a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Gino says, is it Trudeau? It Trudeau. Hello, Gino. Let's scroll up a little bit again. Oh my god, chat. Y'all are crazy. Okay, I think, yeah, I read all of this here. Yep. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay, Imp headed out to set up a stream. Imp, I know you were long gone, but thank you again for hanging out. Elvis says, and that's what makes you not a fake gamer girl for real, because you tell everyone to fuck off. I do tell everyone to fuck off. You're your own person, which is why it's funny to call you that, because dudes love to talk shit. True. Shaka Zulu says, it was never about race. All brown people hate saying that. I get it. But call them Uncle Toms when they don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah. That's how it goes. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. It's not going to change my opinion. And then, yeah, there was tons of those gifted memberships. Thank you so much again. Jake says, having a conversation with 10 people IRL and 9 of them hate you and put you down, that's dogpiling. If you do it on X and hundreds can view it, it's not dogpiling. And Static says, we can't let them forget Sweet Baby took the first shot and try to rewrite history. They're going to try and rewrite history over and over and over again. Jake says, they believe in oh my god, you guys are too smart for me. Stochastic terrorism, i.e. words are violence, and if you disagree with them, you are literally killing them. It's all repressive tolerance. Couldn't have said it better myself. James says, post the salads. Yeah, guys, post the salads. Shaka's saying, post your meat, boys. Jake says, Kyle C, bro, people don't even know what's going on now. Also, in 2014, it took months for GG original recipe to really permeate the space. Definitely post hoc rationalizing and revisionism. Static says, wow, they tweeted that today. I hope they borrow more of Deadspin's business practices. Jake says, at least add Electric Boogaloo to the end of it. Exactly. Gamergate 2, Electric Boogaloo. Static says, Gamergate 2 is a complete representation of the lack of imagination in the industry. Absolutely. And does it even need a name? No, we're just calling out the fact that the games need to be better, that the industry needs to be better, that people are actively working against the industry. I don't care what you label that. I'm not a person that cares about labels. Gamergate 2 is just a funny, uninventive name, and I will stand by that. It's not criticizing anyone on either side. It's just, it's not interesting. It's not Gamergate 2. There's a lot of similarities, but to call it Gamergate 2 is just such a silly name. And yeah, JT says dogpiling, but Alyssa has a shit ton of retweets. Exactly. Jake says it's all projection. They're calling it organized harassment because they're used to direct action in their activities. JT says, yeah, I see I was behind in the stream. It's phone calls, I guess. Duh. No, you're fine. Static says, Libs of TikTok just tweeted a racist game dev video. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll see if the audio plays back properly. I guess it's another good test, but we'll take a look. Jake says, The Escapist used to be a daily visit for me as of 6-ish years ago. Real shame what happened, and they died earlier this year. So, but the people that mattered, read Yahtzee Croshaw, are fine. Yahtzee made a game that I liked. It was like a point-and-click game. He was cool, but otherwise I don't really know too much about the Escapist writers directly. I'm sure, like, some of them are fine. I've just been so burned by so many journalists in the gaming industry. It's really hard to stand by any of them. But there's a few that I still like, but it's such a small group, and I just don't even spend the time investing in these people anymore. Like, now you have the word of the people, right? I can easily just watch someone on YouTube or talk to somebody on Twitter or whatever and get the opinions I want. I don't need to go to these, like, institutionalized game journalists where they're just gonna fucking make fun of me for disagreeing with them. It's pointless. I don't care if you make fun of me, but if you're gonna actively show on video games and people that play the games because they disagree with you, that's where I have a problem. Jake says, over at their new channel, Second Wind. Okay, I will find that Critical Distance article. I'm assuming, James, that you have it on our Twitter, but I'll take a look. And GK says, you know, with you being a bit overexposed, you are now white passing. Oh no, am I white now? My opinion's not gonna matter anymore. Fuck. Static said, when did Kay put on white face? James says, her internalized racism is turning her white. Uh-oh, boys. And, do you know, I don't even know what this word is. Shardy McDennis, 2, Electric Boogaloo. Oh, said it in Danny DeVito voice. Oh my god. Okay, let me going on Twitter, because apparently Twitter is just going crazy today. So let's see what's going on. James, thank you for being on the ground floor with this, because I don't have time to look through all of this right now. Okay, I don't see the article here, but maybe... Oh, here. Got it. This apparently was just dropped. Again, shout out to the Hat2. Great account. Is really on top of this. Hey, remember Critical Distance? One of their employees calls this whole ordeal fascist. Because of course they would. Yeah, of course. They're always going to call fascist. Always going to call fascist. It's how these people fucking go. Alright. Oh, this is from March 6th. So maybe this was just something that was missed. But let's read it. Let's read it through anyways. Okay. The thing they say they're mad at never actually matters. March 6th. Okay. 10 years ago, a bunch of bigoted fascist assholes. You know, like, how I always say you just gotta point and laugh at these people? Like, to me, it's just unbelievable how fucking retarded these people sound. 10 years ago, a bunch of bigoted fascist assholes. Like, who takes this seriously? Who takes this seriously? But let's keep reading, because this already sounds hilarious. 10 years ago, a bunch of bigoted fascist assholes used false pretenses to terrorize women, queer people, and people of color in the video game industry, in games, media, and even in academic game studies. These false pretenses, proven false at the time, and repeatedly many times over in the years since, do not matter. Wow. So for something that doesn't matter to you, you're sure, like, pretty heated. Like, your first sentence is literally... 10 years ago, a bunch of bigoted fascist assholes terrorized women and queer people and people of color. Like, this is the most, like, loaded statement ever. Out of any of these articles, to me, this is the most loaded statement. It's like, you're remembering something that not only happened 10 years ago, but you're, like, calling them bigoted fascists, and then you're like, it doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Fuck off, dude. I need to take a sip of my drink. Sorry, guys. My voice is fading. What matters is that they were enough to shift the discourse in their favor. Suddenly everyone, including me sadly, was talking about ethics in games journalism, like it was anywhere remotely an issue worth discussing. What? Yeah. Zoe Quinn going around, sleeping with people that were in a position of power to promote her game absolutely should be pointed out. It is absolutely worth discussing. It is absolutely worth discussing that in 2018, a company called Sweet Baby Inc. was founded, and those people go and, as they quoted themselves at GDC, encourage people to threaten marketing teams to make the games in their image. That 100% is an issue worth discussing. I'm just in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. James says Kay got even whiter reading that line. If I keep reading all of this, I'm gonna be like albino. Like, it's unreal. It's fucking unreal. That campaign never ended. The people responsible for pushing it were in many ways rewarded for their bullshit, whether through the laundering of legitimate press jobs in conservative media outside games, or they were straight up installed into positions of political power. Who? Fucking who? That tactic has proven successful repeatedly in the years since. We are now on round 11 billion of it. By the way, I just want to go back to the things they say they're mad at never actually matters. They do not matter. These false pretenses proven false do not matter. I don't know why people want to discuss ethics in games journalism like it's anywhere remotely an issue worth discussing. And then in the same vein, you're like seething and crying because Gamergate stole your ice cream. Like, I don't even know at this point. I don't even really fully understand what you're seething about. You're fucking seething, though. Clearly you care. Or else you wouldn't be writing such a fucking deep, intense article as this. Static said it perfectly. If they don't matter, why keep talking about it? Exactly. Alright, let's continue. That tactic has been proven successful repeatedly in the years since. We are now on round 11 billion of it, and it's still working. One of the people who has perfected the tactic, Chris Rufo, just straight up announces his next target when it's time for the right-wing lynch mob to move on. I don't even know who this guy is. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't even know who the fuck you are that they're now targeting. Working with City Journal, Manhattanist, Hillsdale, How the Radical Left Conquered Everything, America's Cultural Revolution. Okay. This just seems like a run-of-the-mill, like, fucking journalist. I don't know what's outstanding about what he's doing, but I guess this person's pissed in this person's Cheerios. I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Okay. JT says, yeah, that's not a biased article. And Jake says, does anyone remember her weird and sexual performance art piece? Zoe Quinn has been capitalizing on her 15 minutes of fame so hard. I don't remember that, but I'm sure it was fucking weird. Gino says, just play Fallout and you'll be able to play as yourself. James says, apparently white people are unsafe to work with, according to an SBI employee that's now working on Black Panther game. James, if you've retweeted that, let me know. I'll go watch it on our feed in a bit. And yeah, Gino says, business ethics. All right. So for some reason, they're really mad at this one person. I don't really know why, but who knows. They went from freaking out about cultural Marxism to critical race theory to drag queens to trans kids in sports to today, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. DEI must die, they exclaim, and we're seeing them launder that bullshit right now. Before this week, I didn't know what Sweet Baby Inc. was. Okay, well, Sweet Baby Inc., James and I have been talking about since fucking October. They've been around since 2018. Thank you so much for that 4chan post for being like, what is this thing? What is this thing? Because that's what tipped James off to look at it, and that's why we covered it as early as we did. But you've only heard about this last week, and you're already freaking out. Like, this is a big deal, even though it's not a big deal, right? Okay. That's likely true for you as well. It's a narrative development consultation studio based in Montreal. They get contracted by larger games to punch up characters, often marginalized backgrounds, make them more relatable to marginalized audiences. Just a side note, who the fuck counts as marginalized? I don't fucking know. At this point, I'm so white, I'm turning albino, I guess. But these people don't fucking represent me. I don't relate to any of the writing that they've done. If they're saying I'm part of that group, which I don't even feel like I am, because I don't sit here crying like a victim because I need less white men in gaming or some shit. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't fucking matter. Just write good stories. From what I can tell, they work on a nothing about us without us philosophy. I don't even know what that means. They worked on Saga, the main character in Alan Wake 2. She was great. I don't know what else there is to say about this company, the people working for it, or the games they've worked on. Well, there's a lot you can say, but, whatever. Oh, and look, they're talking about Cabrutus. The reason we're even talking about this company is because a Brazilian Steam curator or whatever, I don't actually give a shit. This isn't a journalistic piece, and to be honest, I'm already wasting enough words on these shit heads as it is. You have looked into this so much. You do care. You do fucking care. And this whole, like, nihilistic, I don't fucking care type shit just makes you look even more stupid. It makes you look more stupid. It's insane. But, you know, oh, you don't care. You're just, like, researching this deeply. Set up a page dedicated to warning people. It's a curator page. You're more than welcome to write underneath games, hey, I like this game because, hey, I dislike this game because. Nothing wrong with that. James says, did she write this for her therapist and accidentally hit post? Kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Very like, oh, I don't care, but like, this is what's happening. It's crazy. These fucking fascists. Because that's what is ruining the games industry, according to these pieces of shit. Oh, we're a piece of shit now. Okay. Not ravenous, short-sighted executives cutting studios apart at the gut to save profits. Not destructive game development practices or processes like crunch. It's the woke. Well, again, you keep claiming that you don't fucking care, and then you're citing all these different examples of what you think it is. You sound like you know more than you're trying to let on. You sound like you're trying to be like, I don't really know anything about this issue, and I don't care, but, like, this is a thing. You're cringe. We can talk about developer transparency until we're blue in the face. Yeah, I will. I will talk about developer transparency until I'm blue in the face. I do believe ethics belong in video games. I do want to know when somebody's fucking someone and someone else, the person that they're fucking, is saying, hey, this is a great game, or this, you know, or hey, let's put this on the front page, or whatever it might be. I don't fucking know. I want to know that. If there's a company making games and they're hiring a consultant company where they've had a history of writing games that I don't enjoy, I want to know that. And it's in my given right to know that. And it's in Cabrutus's given right to provide that information. Again, it's much like IMDb, in my opinion. You're just providing credits to something. And again, if this was a case of, like, how dare you expose these people and all this stuff, like, wouldn't this work in their favor? You're saying, oh, look, Sweet Baby worked on this. We've seen this with cancel mobs a million times, where people try to cancel someone and then the reverse happens and they get more support. So this should be working in their favor if they're doing something right, but they're not. They're not doing anything right. We can talk about corporate supplier networks and distribution chains often requiring big companies to reach out to smaller ones for consultancies and contract work. We can talk about how changes to game narrative are not set in stone by consultants and are still ultimately signed off on by game directors, etc., until we are all fucking dead. But it doesn't matter because the situation behind it is all quite simple. For a certain section of people, gamer is synonymous with only one thing. Oh, here we go. This is always the fun part. Let me read this. For a certain section of people, gamer is synonymous with only one thing. White, straight, cisgender men. Hi! I play video games. Not white, despite what the camera is trying to do to me. I'm not white. Quite brown. Quite female. Video games don't only include white, straight, cisgender men. And even if they did, I wouldn't fucking care. Who cares? Why does it matter? Why does it matter what somebody's race, fucking gender, anything? What does that have to do with them enjoying a piece of entertainment? Nothing. Nothing. But they're trying to turn this whole thing into like, oh, it's just the white men coming after us. It's the fucking white men coming after us. Shut the fuck up. The attempt to include others, to make others feel welcome, to represent others in all kinds of stories is a threat to them. Are you guys feeling threatened by people wanting, I don't know, other people, other races in gaming? How many of you aren't white? How many of you are? Again, it doesn't fucking matter. But I've never had a white person come up to me and say, you're a literal threat to gaming simply for me playing Sonic 2. Do you hate it when I play Sonic 2? Do you start raging? Do you start balling your fists, white boys? Do you start going, ah! She's playing Overwatch. She's playing fucking, I don't know, Mass Effect 3. Actually, if you catch me playing Mass Effect 3, you should start doing this. Because Mass Effect 3 is a really shitty game. I'm sorry. I had to put that jab in there, but I can't stand Mass Effect 3. I can't stand Mass Effect 3. But, no one is threatened by me playing Super Mario World. No one is threatened by me playing fucking name any game. Mega Man Battle Network. Like, no one fucking cares what I play. It's not a threat. You don't need to make me feel welcome because I feel welcome in the media already. I don't need to feel welcome. You don't need to represent me. Nerdy Neo, of course, coming with Mass Effect 3 is awesome. Maybe to you, sir. Maybe to you. But I digress. Oh my god. Okay. I'm in disbelief at this article. It is a part of a broad-based cultural conspiracy to eliminate straight white men from society. When you go into a video game company and you tell them, you need to add more diversity to this game. You need to have more of this because I don't feel represented. It's just such a simplification to say, like, oh, you guys just think we're going to eliminate straight white men from society. You do have a problem with straight white men in society. It's very clear in your behavior, because if you actually were fighting for diversity and inclusion, that would also include straight white men in society. It would include everyone. It would include a balance of everything. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to eliminate white men in video games by taking them out, by insulting people for being upset by you retconning these things, and saying, oh, you're just white men. You're being racist towards them. And then you're trying to claim that it's like, oh, it's just a big, deep conspiracy. No. You're sitting there saying this game has too many white people. There's too many games with a white male protagonist. Just write your fucking story the way that you want to write it. And if your story has a fucking queer, black, gypsy from the South, or whatever the fuck it is, go for it. Whatever, I don't care. Just make it make sense of the fucking story. Don't go into other stories that are already created, because you guys are all very uncreative. I'm sorry. But all you fucking do is go and retcon other stories. You don't just make your own fucking stories and see how they stand on their own 2 feet. You go into other pre-existing lore and you change it and you try to remove things to inject your own things because you don't feel welcome, you don't feel represented. Because you can't just simply look past the color of someone's skin and say, oh, hey, I can relate to this on a humanity level. That's on you. That's not on us. We're having a great time over here. You guys are coming in seething and crying and being like, oh, you need to put this black woman in this game. You need to put this brown dude in this game. All this shit. No one fucking cares. Just write a good story. That's it. That's it. It is the great replacement, white genocide, global homo, the scary trans, and so on. It sounds crazy because it is crazy. It's fucking bug shit. But it's also a coherent political ideology represented by a guy who committed major federal crimes. Included an attempted coup d'etat. Oh, we're now relating this to a certain day. Got it. Okay. Okay. I want my games to have good writing. Oh, you must be part of these guys and this group and this, and you're racist and you're this and whatever. These people are beyond retarded. And it's all the same playbook. They tried this all in 2014. We all laughed at them. Now they're back. Now they're going to keep doing it again. And we're just going to laugh at them again. And we're going to point out how stupid they are. And that's it. That's it. Hello, Spartacus. How you doing? The guy who runs one of the websites this post will be shared on also believes these things and actively shapes the site to respond to them even as other vital online infrastructure crumbles. As James said, drum fatted again. Oh no. Oh no. A lot of credulous centrist and liberal writers have fallen for this bullshit hook, line, sinker too, to the point where they're willing lapdogs for fascism. So it's not enough for you. You have to now go attack centrists and liberals too. And say that they're lapdogs for fascism. Lapdogs for fascism. Do you hear yourself? Do you fucking hear yourself? You sound fucking insane. Holy moly. Shaka says, that statement isn't warped as fuck, but that's a different topic. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is fucking warped. It's all warped. James says, how dare they respect the velvet ropes? Oh my god. I don't have a call to action here, except to ask folks who are unfortunately keyed into this story to tell your offline friends that this shit ain't got legs. That might be the best thing we've got at the moment. What is important to understand is that it isn't ever the target of their garbage slinging that matters. if it wasn't Sweet Baby, it would be another company with a similar mission. Yeah, well, Sweet Baby's not the only fucking company doing this shit anyways. A lot of these companies are fucking hiding because they're afraid to be called out for their bullshit at this point. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's not just Sweet Baby. Any of these other companies would be called out for similar things because we want good writing. We want you to respect the lore of the fucking products you're working on. It's not fucking hard, and we don't want you fucking being racist towards white people, saying that they don't deserve to be in the space because, oh, there's too many of them. That's a fucking problem. It's a fucking problem. You're the problem. Or even just a game dev with that mission, but what actually matters is combating their bullshit bigotry. So if you're not with us, you're against us, and you're all fascists. Yep. And again, the thing they say they're mad at never actually matters. It does not matter. Like, the amount of times you're just doing a cope of, like, I don't care, or whatever, I don't actually give a shit, this isn't a journalistic piece, and to be honest, I'm already wasting enough words on these shitheads. You're fucking deranged. You're disgusting, and you're deranged. Dasis Gotis says, insane person wrote this. 100% agree, and welcome to the channel. Spartacus says, if you are not with them, then you are a fascist. Anyone not part of far left. Exactly. It's insane. It's fucking insane. We're all fascists now because we just want quality content? Like, do you fucking hear yourself? James says, Lapdogs for Fascism would be a badass band name, though. That's a great name. You're right. Okay. So that was that insane article. Now, let's go look at... I don't even know what this guy did, but apparently she's mad at this guy, so whatever. Let's go see what James retweeted about fucking Black Panther now. I assume that's what we're looking at. Holy fuck, guys. It's fucking crazy. And let me know if this audio is working properly. Oh, is this... This isn't the audio here. This is just a screenshot. Okay. Libs of TikTok. Unreal. Unreal. Thanks for being on this ride with me for so long. It's just Sparta says you go through that Danny Girls stuff. Is that what I'm looking at now? I'm not sure if that's... yeah, okay, this is. Okay, so guys, let me know. I'm going to unmute this in a second. Just let me know if there's any issues with this. Okay, this is Danny Lallanders, a non-binary game developer. She was hired by Cliffhanger Devs to create a game based on Marvel's Black Panther. She says she doesn't hire white people because they're unsafe, and it's hard to work with them, and only hires people of color. Is this Cliffhanger Devs' official policy? How is there no sound? It's playing my desktop audio. What? What the hell? This fucking setup, I swear to God. This fucking setup, man. There's no reason why there shouldn't be audio. Is it just quiet, or is there literally no audio? Because this is a pretty quiet clip. I'm going to try to turn it up and see if that works. If not, we'll just read the subtitles and we'll move on. But that's fucking annoying. One second. Let me know if you can hear any of this. These fucking people. God damn it. Okay. Anyways, I will fix the video for next time. Okay, well, I will try to fix the fucking audio for next time. I don't know why this thing is struggling so much. Oh, here comes my Janny James. Hello, Janny James. You helped me set this up!
I thought you were going to test beforehand.
Sparta sent me some links. Send me them on Discord if you do send them. I don't want to open up my DMs on stream. Is that gonna work?
Maybe. Let's see.
It really has a team of mostly people mostly all people of color.
Maybe that would work. Now I'm tempted to fuck with your mic more.
Why? Don't. We had the echo come back. There's a lot of stuff. If you guys heard that split second of audio, let me know. I'll try playing this again. We'll see if it works. Fucking setup again. This was my test stream, but so many of you showed up that we're just having a legitimate stream. Yep, sound perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna play this again. Sorry guys, I'm retarded. It's, you know how it goes around here. We're fine. I'm echoing now, but the audio is fine. How is that possible? I'm just gonna stay silent. Wait, James says, okay, wait, I can fix this up. Oh my god.
Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
No disregard, you sound fine?
What? Okay. Maybe that worked. That might have worked.
I'm gonna play the clip again, guys. You just let me know.
Can you hear yourself?
I don't know anymore.
Okay.
I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team.
James, you made it worse. I'm just gonna mute myself while we listen to the audio and then we'll fix it back. Okay, guys?
I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while you're trying to make a game that they love. I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. Okay. But who is your team? Validate has a team.
Okay, anyways, we get the point. This is all retarded. This is all fucking retarded. Fuck these people. You're gonna hire only fucking people of color. You're not gonna hire white people. I'm not, like JT said, I'm not saying white people suck, but white people suck. Go fuck yourself. I really hope that this stopped echoing, guys. If it's still echoing, I'm sorry. We're just not gonna play any more video clips today, but what the fuck? Yeah, this person's disgusting. This person's fucking disgusting. And they don't deserve to be in that position of power to hire people. If that's how they're gonna, it's pure discrimination. Absolutely pure discrimination. Yeah, Sparta, I'll take a look at the DMs here. Let's see. Well, a lot of you DMing me. What's going on here? Let me know if there's echo at this point. Echo is faint. How is it still here? There's still an echo. Oh, this setup. Okay. Alright, what is this site that you've sent me, Sparta Chris? Holy moly. What is this site you've sent me? Oh boy. Your voice sounds different now, but no echo. I mean, I guess as long as you can hear me, I don't fucking know. We'll work on the setup. Like I said, today was a test stream to see if we get the setup working properly, but it's having its issues. My name is Daniela Launders, they/she. I'm an associate narrative designer at Cliffhanger Games, working on Black Panther, as well as lead producer for Validate. Struggling singles in your area. Need anything? Shoot me a DM. What does this person work on? Oh, okay. Well, this all looks gross. What the fuck is this shit? Spirit swap, lo-fi beats to match 3. What Oh my god.
Okay,
I don't know. Anyways, I'm not sure 100% why you wanted me to go through. Oh, the account's protected now. I see. Okay. I see. Okay. I'm going through all of your guys' links now. How did the echo return? How did it return? James, what did you do? Okay, guys, give me a minute. I don't get it. Okay. Let me know if it gets bad again, guys. We're gonna be ending the stream soon anyways, so I'll figure out what the fuck's going on, but thanks for bearing with me. Okay, what else did you guys send me here? Back in time for Echo? No, wait, don't tell me it's back again. I can't deal with this. I can't fucking deal with this. Extra sent me some stuff here. What the fuck is this? What the fuck did you send me? Extra Zero sent me this earlier. This is apparently the guy from Digital Foundry? Okay. I'm just disturbed. I don't even know how to react to that. What the fuck? Am I echoing again?
Yeah. Let me just grab a chair. Hi, chat. Let your professional Janny fix this shit. You talk to chat.
I can't talk to chat. You got the microphone.
They trust me. They can hear you.
What did you change? The audio was fine for hours.
It was the trying to fix the desktop.
Oh my god.
So there you go. Just take this. I'll fix shit. Don't worry.
Okay. I have to stare at this disgusting image.
Yes.
Oh god. What are you doing there? Okay. Jake says, you know what? I think the echo might also be related to stream lag. Like if you drop frames in Streamlabs or OBS or whatever you use, I think it's registering the audio real time and queued up frame. Oh, that's possible. Spartacus says, is the mic on your headset also going through? I don't think so, because we also muted that just in case. James has got his like fucking... Jake says, James, you keep coming back to fix what you broke. Don't blame Kay. Wade says, actually do hear Kay fine now. What the fuck? Well, if you guys can hear me normally right now, I'm just going to keep reading your comments. Jake says, white people drop too many microaggressions. Like what? Leaning over the desk next to them and saying, hey, why not try adding this line of code? It might streamline stuff. Oh, God. Yeah, and like JT said, I'm not saying white people suck, but white people suck. JT says, have you tried turning off and back on again? Spartacus says, there is more with that link I sent to you. Like, under her LinkedIn, she said she used to work for Sweet Baby Inc. Oh, okay. One sec. Let me go back to that. On the chick's website here, it says she used to work for Sweet Baby Inc. We should archive that. About. Where does it say she worked for Sweet Baby Inc.? I'm a Nigerian American non-binary woman based in Chicago, Illinois, and I have a few years' experience in game writing. Oh boy. Was this a game that Sweet Baby was working on? I don't see where it says Sweet Baby. Wait says, or at least not as bad. Uh-oh, James has disappeared again. Uh-oh. Go to back to the main screen, the in icon. Oh, I see, like literally on LinkedIn you're saying. Got it, okay. I don't have LinkedIn because I don't really think it's worth doxing yourself over shit. But let's see if LSBC stuff. I work in games. Cliffhanger Games, Illinois State University. Here we go. Yeah. Worked at Sweet Baby. From October 2022 to May 2023. Right there. Narrative designer. And moved on to their own product. So, Veritable Joy Studios. But yeah, there you go. Sweet Baby right there. Now infesting fucking Black Panther. They pretty much churned her out to be another person to fucking do bidding for. Jake says, so this person just makes sex fantasy story games. Cool. Yeah, it's fucking gross, man. Thank you, Spartacus, for making, for sending that to me and bringing it to my attention. That's fucked, man. And actually, speaking of LinkedIn, there's another thing I want to look at on LinkedIn. But yeah, before that, I don't know why the fuck this person, like, this is extra sent this to me as, like, the guy from fucking Digital Foundry. I mean, what you do in your personal time is up to you. I don't really fucking care. But if you're injecting it into, like, what you're doing, that's a whole different story, so. James sent me some stuff here, too. Oh, I already got this stuff. I'm good here. Do you need this?
Oh, I'm just looking.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to take a look at while we're here is Sweet Baby Inc.'s thing. So is it still echoing? Is it still echoing for them?
Yeah.
How did the echo get that bad again?
Wonder. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. I wonder what that did.
What are you doing?
What did that do? Did that fix it?
What are you doing? You're just pressing buttons.
Well, we're doing it live.
Why did you just press more buttons? Wait, so sound like K is talking with a council of K. No more echo. Echo's gone. Echo's gone. Okay, the echo's gone. I'm not touching anything. James, leave it all alone. James, leave it all fucking alone. I don't know how it came back, but leave it the fuck alone. What the fuck? Okay, there's one final thing I wanted to read before we get out of here. So let's just hope we can fucking get to it before the echo somehow comes back. What the hell? Okay. Guys, I'm so sorry. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry. Okay. David Bedard, the co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. For the past 4 months, my company, Sweet Baby Inc., has been targeted by a far-right harassment campaign. Conspiracy theory. This is tough. This is a tough situation for me, my co-founder, Kim Belair, our entire team, and our collaborators. More than the frustrations caused by the harassment and the precautions we're putting in place as a result of that, the toughness comes from the fact that this entire campaign is based on misinformation. Misinformation so wild and left field, or right field, I guess. Right field, right-wing gamers hate us. That it's impossible to even engage with it to combat it. Audio and video are out of sync. I give up. James, your button clicking changed it. It's out of sync now. So we spoke with press to clear things up about exactly what we do and how we do it. Adding our voices to this conversation felt necessary because what is happening to us is something that has happened. Yeah, it's that or the echo, Sparta, exactly. Just chill, the echo's gone. Don't summon James again. Yeah, don't bring James back. We're gonna get, like, it's gonna be like the Council of K, like, wait, put it so perfectly. We'll get this fixed for next time, guys. Like I said, this was a test. I will keep repeating that. I'm so sorry. We'll make it work next time. I promise. Everyone who has... Oh, never mind. I skipped a line here. Try turning the cam on and off again, I guess. Why would I turn that? No, I'm not touching anything. I'm not fucking touching anything. We're almost done here. I just wanted to read 2 more things anyways. We're just gonna finish, and then we're gonna fix this, and it'll be fine next time. So we spoke with press to clear things up about exactly what we do and how we do it. Adding our voices to this conversation felt necessary because what is happening to us is something that has happened before in the industry and will happen again. It happens to not just us, but also to countless other devs, players, journalists, and creators. Everyone who has reached out to me with kind words of support has also asked me what they can do to help, and it took me a while to find an answer to this question, but I think I finally know. This is what you can do to help. Check in on your marginalized colleagues and friends in this industry, make sure they're okay. Let them know that they are loved, that they are appreciated, that they are welcome, and that they are talented. Tell them you're not going to let this kind of hate push them out of this industry. Tell them that things like this won't scare away all of their community away. That they are protected, and that they have a place here now more than ever. I'd be really grateful if you did that. Looks like I said, Hate Mob found this post. Locking down the comments for now. So he edited it later to say, oh no, people found my post and they hate me. Boo-hoo. And the comments are funny too. And it's just an outpour of support for them, actually. Somebody saying this is happening because the industry is choosing to make narrative authenticity a priority, which is not true. As we all know, they do not respect the lore of any of these products they're working on. Keep up the good work, sweet baby, and the studios will hire you. I felt gross saying that, but I'm just reading what they said. D-Bed, you have lots of allies and colleagues within this industry who know this playbook for what it is. I'm sorry that this happened to you and Kim, but I will also say that it couldn't have happened to two more capable and forthright communicators. Watching your performance over the last week has been nothing short of inspiring, and I'm grateful for your example. Really sorry to hear you, Kim, and the team are dealing with this. It's tough enough running a creative business without having all this added on top. I really can't even imagine sending you all my good advice. So it's just like people kind of being like, oh yeah, we're there for you. The intensity and the scale of the harassment and backlash you're facing is mind-boggling. It's a tough call to decide whether to engage in such violent backlash or to focus on protecting oneself. There's no right answer, no right path in front of short-sighted violence. But your words sound very true. I hope they will be heard. Now it is time to support each other, especially anyone made vulnerable because they are brave enough to speak up. Anyways, it's all a jerk off. I don't know where the comments are that are negative because so far I haven't been able to find them. But apparently the haters have found this post and that's like a big deal to them. You'll find it interesting. There's people here that might have not spoken on Twitter or otherwise, but they are speaking here. So I'm just saying... Doesn't mean one person from a company means the whole company is fucked up, but there are people from different companies here very publicly also supporting them on this platform instead of Twitter, where they feel like Twitter might have more backlash for them. They're still able to do it here. So I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, David Bedard, you are an absolute fucking beta ass bitch, and that's all I really have to say about you. You're so fucking cringe. This is not a harassment campaign. Why don't you just get good? This is a skill issue. That's what I have to say. This is a fucking skill issue. If you can't write a game properly, it's a skill issue. It's not fucking harassment. So, go fuck yourself. Anyways, I just wanted to touch on one final point. I know the stream is barely together at this point. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate you guys so much. And even at the end of the stream, I'm not going to play music just in case it fucking breaks more. So I'm just going to simply... read this last little part and then we'll start to wind down here. But yeah, he's a beta ass fucking bitch and it's fucking hilarious to see all these people cope and seethe. Right. Last thing here I wanted to bring up, which was by Mark Kern. Love the man, very great guy. He's been around for a long time. He understands this more than most people do, in my opinion. Let's close some tabs in case that's creating any mayhem. Because who fucking knows at this point? That fucking disgusting article we don't want to think about. Oh god. Okay, sorry. I'm grossed out, guys. Seeing some fucking... Whoa. Okay. Grum says, should rule violations that were successfully appealed block you from applying to community notes? And this is where this spurred from. So, Grums had tweeted out, every gamer should sign up and apply to become a community notes contributor. This is the way to get the truth out, or the journalists will continue to gaslight and blame gamers and accuse everyone falsely. And this is a really good point. We didn't have this tool in 2014 to write community notes. If you have the ability to write community notes, you absolutely should, to clarify what these people are doing, because they're going to keep spinning their narrative and it's all going to be lost in history, just like these things happen in Gamergate as well. The difference is we now have a tool that we can use, and that is community notes. That is one of the good things that Elon has done. I don't agree with a lot of what he's done for Twitter, but community notes is one thing that he's done well. He still needs to fix his free speech, if anyone's wondering what my issues are. People are still getting banned, removed. There are still people that are banned that shouldn't be banned. People's speeches are still getting fucking censored. People are getting locked out of their accounts. All sorts of things. So that needs to fix. Until it does, it's bark, no bite. But in this specific case, I do think community notes are important, because it is going to clarify a lot of these situations. So, oh my god, I don't know if you guys can hear the sirens. The cops are coming after me. It's the Canadian government. They're chasing me down. Run, everyone. Fucking run. Fucking run. Okay, stop wailing. They're at my door. They're at my door. Okay. So, Aristocratic Cthulhu replies, turns out that even rule violations that were successfully appealed and overturned prevent you from applying. So if you've ever had an issue on Twitter where somebody has false flagged you or anything like that, you can't apply for community notes. And I think that's wrong, because it's so easy to like mass fucking report people for whatever reason, and all the old infrastructure's in there, and it's very easy for it to be abused. So regardless of Elon's stance, until he fixes that, I'm not okay with that. Shaka Zulu says, I hate community notes. I'm curious to hear why you hate community notes. I have a mixed bag on it. I do think it's also kind of weaponized sometimes, and it can be annoying. It can be like really obnoxious, because sometimes you get actually hat tipping type community notes and they're pointless. But I do think in the case of this is a form that we can combat all of these articles coming out. So, it's here to stay. Majority of people do like community notes. If we can use this in our favor to expose what these people are lying about, then I'm all for it. But I don't think people that have rule violations that have been appealed and they're back on the platform should have to deal with not being eligible for community notes. I think they should still be eligible. I wanted to point that little final thing out. Let's see what chat's up to, and then we're gonna close it out, because this audio and chaos and stream and everything has just been a mess. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on my test stream, and at least we know what we need to fix for next time. And I had fun going down all the craziness that was fucking happening. Holy shit, there was a lot that happened today. This is not replacing the podcast, I want to be clear. It's not replacing any of that. This is just like an additional stream, essentially, that I'm going to try to do every once in a while to help alleviate the amount of news that we want to speak about on the podcast. Because we still want to get to the good gaming news. We want to point out the companies that are doing great stuff. But I don't want all of it to be bogged down with Sweet Baby. I still will talk about it on the podcast with James, because I want to hear his opinion on some stuff too. But it'll be more high level sometimes. It won't be as deep of a dive as this was. So let's catch up with chat, and then we will call it. I'm going to skip all the echoes. Wait says the first drink has been poured. Should I be hearing only 2Ks or 4Ks? Oh my god. Yeah, echo. James came in, pushed some buttons. Things got okay. Things got bad. It was a whole thing. Spartacus says, Master of TDS is a community noter. Is that... Explain. I don't know what that means. JT says 10 out of 10 stream, would watch again. Oh, thank you. Despite all the echo, I appreciate that you would watch it again. I really appreciate that. And there will be more, and there will be less echo next time. We'll make sure this all works out better. Jake says violent backlash. What did I say? Words are violence to them. Exactly. Yep. Okay. Jake says, was a big deal last week when the safety team was mentioned to still be around, talking about how misgendering isn't allowed. That backlash happened real quick. Well, and now Elon's been slam dunking on Blue Sky or whatever, Blue Social, I don't know the fucking name. And he's like, yeah, well, it shouldn't be trust and safety, it should just be safety. And it's like, either way, it's just all stupid. Like, it's all fucking dumb. There's very clear things that you should moderate. Like, if people are getting doxxed or whatever fucking shit, sure, moderate that. But, like, to have, like, these teams that are just, like, around, like, oh, we need to have this policy and that policy. It's like, everyone understands that we don't want spam and we don't want doxing, we don't want this shit. It's just, it's unreal. Wade says, Trudeau, it's about time. And Spartacus says, Shaka sold you out on that reporting money. Uh-oh, Shaka. No. I hope you buy several copies of Wind Waker with all that money. Shaka says, community knows it's a literal form of neutral evil, in my opinion. Okay. I'm curious to hear, I think you and I should talk sometime on a stream. Maybe next time we cross paths on a Dermy stream or a Static stream or something. I would love to have a full conversation with you on that, because that is interesting. I can see partially what you mean. I think ultimately community notes can be very positive, but it depends. It's kind of like who's weaponizing them. Like, if there's a side weaponizing it, then that's where it becomes a problem. And Shaka says, I'm waiting for my check, Canada. Shaka says, comments and dislikes already did that, not a comment by a rando saying that is authoritative source. Got it, that makes sense, okay. Spartacus says, can't wait for the next stream. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. And Jake says, so this is the pressure release valve for dumb shit news. That is very Christian of you to go through this struggle for everyone else. I was gonna make a joke, but I won't. Go to the cross for you. No, I'm just kidding. No, like I said, we still want to make sure that we focus on gaming on this channel. We want to show off the good games that are coming out. We want to show off the old games that were good. We want to have discussions about what people like in video games. We want to hear from you guys. We want to give our own opinions. Like, there's tons of things we want to do on this channel. There's literally, as soon as I'm done this stream, there's more things I'm going to be working on besides fixing these technical issues that fucking happened today. But there's another thing that we're working on as well. You guys have seen hints of it in the background in James' setup there. We want to have fun with you guys. We want to give a sense of escapism, because you don't really have it in the gaming industry anymore. You don't just have that fantasy escapism fun where you can just get nerdy with people and not worry about how deep their opinions go on things unrelated to video games. So we want to continue to foster like a free speech environment here. Even if I don't agree with your opinion, you can fucking say it. I don't care. Feel free. You're not going to be banned here just simply because I'm like, I don't agree with you. Even if someone comes in and they're pro Sweet Baby and they start becoming a part of this community and they want to have conversation, they can have that conversation here. As long as they're not like participating in these gay ops that these other people do, crying all this harassment, starting to target people, stuff like that, I don't really fucking care. You can have conversations with us regardless of what side you're on. So I do want to maintain all of that stuff in the community of us talking about video games, having fun with them, not just focusing on the bad, focusing on the good. But again, there's another big element that needs to be honest, and James and I are not going to sit here and pretend that nothing's going wrong when things are very clearly going wrong. So this is how I'm trying to balance it out, that you guys can still watch all those gaming streams, have fun. You don't have to be, you know, getting the shoved down your throat constantly. But I think it is important to talk about, especially if we all want to improve the gaming industry. I think we have to keep talking about it. So we're going to find a way, we're going to find a balance, and it's difficult, but we're going to make sure you guys get both sides of the content on the channel, and helping us in all the ways that you guys have with how supportive you are. You've been retweeting us, you've been sharing our stuff, you've been, you know, tipping us, you've been following us. All of these things have been super helpful to help us continue to grow so we can keep doing this. So I just want to give a big shout out to everyone, even if I'm out of sync physically on the stream. I just want to say I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing, and it means the absolute world, all the support you've given us, and we're going to just keep growing and doing more. James and I have so much in store. So seriously, a big thank you. I'm going to go on the goodbye screen now, and I'll just do like a final run through and reading off any final comments, and of course all those very, very she had non-large tits. There's no audio. I'm gonna end on this screen then. What the fuck is happening? My microphone is enabled on that screen. I don't know what the fuck's happening. We're just gonna end on this screen. Okay, we're gonna talk here. I was just reading your comments. I was saying Jake said things to moderate. 1, actual crimes. 2, that's it. Shakazu said that'd be cool. I understand community notes is awesome right now, but I worry about the idea of community notes. I don't blame you for that opinion at all, and I'm sure we'll be on another stream together soon to do it. Everyone's saying no audio, bye. I was just reading a few comments, it's fine. Insidious Bliss, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Wait, thank you for the 40 gifted memberships, you guys are insane. Cult of Carl, thank you so much for the 5 buckaroos earlier too. I appreciate you. Just thank you guys. Thank you all so much. And we'll figure what the fuck's going on with this setup. It was a test, like I said. Thank you for bearing with me. We had some fun. We had some laughs. We got mad at some retards. It was a good time. But wait, what did you guys hear? What is going on? What the fuck? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this fucking stream and figure out what's going on. We'll be live, well, we won't be live, I should say, tonight at 7 p.m. PST. It will not be streamed to our channels, but if you're in our Discord, we are gonna be having a fun, special time, watching a nice little flick together that I've never seen. So you can join a Discord call. And Jake says, that was beautiful, coming back to just hear tits! You know. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the Canadian police are coming for me again. I hear the sirens. Come join us in the Discord. We're gonna watch some stuff tonight. We're gonna have fun. You can have a normal conversation with me where there's not like quadruple audio. And next time I do a stream solo on this setup, we're